Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vorpal board stream for this Thursday night. We're a day early this week, and tonight we are going to be playing Role Player Tale Lockup with Tim Virnig from Thunderworks Games. Tim, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, you bet. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited to give everybody a shot to see Lockup. Give Mike a chance to vindicate himself.
After
Positive.
See if he can win this time. So no, thanks for having me on, and thanks for. I mean, this. If there's anything that I'm excited about, it's being able to play a game with friends that are all across the world, right? I mean, essentially, your platform is going to allow people to play great games like Lockup when you can't get around the table physically. You can be virtually around the table and play a game. So I'm excited about that.
Tim, you looking for a job? You looking for a job, Tim?
Hey, that was perfect.
Yes. Just pay me more than Keith does, which isn't very much. So really, it's no kidding.
No, this is going to be great. We're going to be playing. So Tim is in Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin, and Mike is actually in right outside Madison, Wisconsin, which is crazy. We have two people in Wisconsin right now, and I'm in New York, and we're going to get to play Lockup, which was a Kickstarter title. It's in the role player universe, Nameverse, but it's not a role player game.
Yeah.
And so it's got a very interesting mechanic to it. We're going to be trying to exert influence on this prison, and hopefully I'm going to take you guys down. That's what I'm hoping for tonight.
You very well might. And just so as a preface, being that I am the representative of the publisher, I should say it's my goal never to beat anyone at our own game, because that just looks bad, right? That's just bad.
No, already excuses coming. I meant to lose, guys. I swear I meant to lose.
Yeah, but thanks for mentioning this. This is in the same universe, role player universe, and so for people who are familiar with role player, this is going to look familiar to them, and so. The artwork is by the same artist, Lucas Ribeiro and John Ariosa do the art, and these will look familiar to them. But you don't have to know role player to play this. It's a standalone game, a fun little worker placement game that I think people really enjoy, and we're going to have it at Gen Con. It's going to hit the usual outlets around that time as well. So
if you're going to be at Gen Con, definitely go and check it out. And if you're a Kickstarter backer, definitely shout out in the chat too, because the Kickstarter copies, I believe, are they all delivered, or are they just sort of all en route currently?
Well, you know how that goes. I mean, there a lot. We've been seeing people are getting it, have gotten it, and so people are posting on the Facebook fan page. We have a Role Player Universe Facebook fan page that people are putting up their plays and stuff. So it's getting out there. If people did back it and don't have it already, it's in the mail, as they say.
Cool. Yeah, and the components are awesome. So it's like just over there. If later on I'll grab one of them, but the coolest thing, and I know you can tell Keith that I think this is the coolest thing, Tim, is the whole. It almost has. You'll see in the game while we're playing. You have tiles that you're laying out, kind of like Scrabble tiles, and you have a little Scrabble tile style holder for all of your little tokens. And on the back of that Scrabble tile holder, it shows all your characters sort of behind bars. And you had to put that together when you open the box. There's a little cardboard piece you got to. Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah, my lighting's bad coming from behind, but when we had the 3D prototype of this, it was like my jaw dropped when Keith showed it to me. It's like, and unfortunately here you can't really see the detail because of the poor lighting, but even some of the bars are bent, so it looks like somebody had forced bars apart.
Let's see if
So that's
there we
pretty
go.
cool.
I mean, they can kind of see it
Yeah,
here, but
that looks awesome.
but
That's
but
cool.
I thought it was very neat. I'll put it underneath the camera here,
That's good.
because then people could see it. But I think it's especially, I don't know, just as a little touch, for a component that isn't really even sort of gameplay related. It's just kind of like flavor. I was super impressed. Like, it just gives a very, very high quality feel immediately out of the box. So folks who backed it on Kickstarter, I think, are going to be thrilled with it when they get it. If you haven't gotten it yet,
And this is all in all of the retail copies, so it's not anything that was exclusive. So if you're picking up a copy after Gen Con at your local store or online, you're going to get the same thing. So
cool. And so you guys are going to be at Gen Con. One thing that I was going to ask you, because I haven't talked to a lot of publishers, is when you're at Gen Con, are you also doing meetings to talk to designers and stuff like that as well? Is that kind of a part of your job?
Well, yes. So Keith is mostly doing that. So he's meeting with people that are giving pitches for games that they would like to publish. So, but it's a fine balance for him because he'd like to be present in the booth because, of course, he is Thunderworks Games. He is the designer of at least of the role player games and publisher for the others, and so people want to talk to him, and if he's out doing meetings all the time, people will come by and, where's Keith? And I'm sorry, I have no idea where he's out meeting with somebody. So he wants to be in the booth a lot more. So he has some of us doing a little bit of that. And when you're a small publisher, you do have a little bit of luxury to, you're not going to be signing like a dozen titles a year. I mean,
Right.
we're not Asmodee and or one of the big publishers that is doing 2 or 3 titles a month. So we don't have to really be looking at everything. And there's some things that he's just not interested in publishing. So people pitch and say, hey, I have a game that's a family weight game. He's probably like, probably not something that's for Thunderworks. But
Yeah, because you guys have the ability to be a little bit choosy,
Yeah.
Because there's only so much that you can handle at any one point, right?
Right.
So, and I am shocked kind of currently because you guys just finished a Kickstarter for a role player expansion.
Yes.
You have Lockup kind of coming to retail currently, so
Yep.
you're coming off all that effort.
Mhm.
And then you have a game that you guys have brought to be published that was not Kickstarted called Cartographers, which is also another role player universe game.
Yep.
But it's like a roll and write, which I think looks really interesting.
Yep.
And
Getting
all
a
of those three
lot of
things
our-
are happening at the exact same time. So like,
Oh.
how does a team of, I think it's just a team of 3, right? So
Yeah.
how does a team of 3 handle all that at once?
Well, it's more than just a team of 3, really. I mean, but the company really exists. There's one full-time employee. That's Keith, and his wife Claire. Besides being a mother and wife, she's also heavily involved with stuff. She's really the one who's doing all of the logistics for Gen Con, so she does a lot. And then there's just there are the people that are doing consulting and other things that are involved, but not full time. And then me, and so I come on within the last I don't know 6 months to be a brand ambassador, to get out to stores and to show off the games, to do stuff like with you and with other media content creators and talk about our games and get people excited on the social meds. So we're getting the word out. So, but we make it work. It can be busy. Gen Con's ain't no lie. It's going to be a slog, but for me at least, if you can't already tell, I am just very outgoing. I love people. I love meeting new people. So I feed off of that. I mean, when the show's over and I get home late Sunday night, I usually take 2 days off to just sleep for like an entire day. But when I'm there, I'm in the zone. I love it. So it's always great to be there and show people our games and to hear from our fans that love the Thunderworks games titles and to introduce it to new people, which we're excited because games like Lockup and Cartographers are going to introduce our games to new audience. So.
Hey, James, are you on mute?
I think we lost James.
Yeah, that's okay.
First technical difficulty of the show.
Can you hear me now? No?
Well, Mike,
Yeah,
how are
no,
you?
good here, man.
Okay, hold on.
I'm
one second.
great. Yeah, this is
All right.
our second time now playing Lockup. So,
Yes.
yeah, like you said initially, hopefully I can get a...
Hey,
Yeah, this game is super fun.
Okay,
yeah,
can you guys hear me
another
now?
person playing for the first time. Yeah, we got you, James.
All right, my USB cord popped out of the back of my microphone, so
No way.
I'm dead serious. This cord right here, I was pulling it on, and I think it fell off. So I apologize, but I'm back. So
Cool,
not to interrupt whatever question was going on, I apologize.
Well, we were catching up on not having seen each other for a week or whatever.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, well, the
No,
viewers
this game is
got to
great.
see.
I think we're gonna have fun. James, you haven't played this yet before, right?
I have played a couple rounds
just
with just 2 players, so I haven't played more than a 2-player game,
Right.
and I believe that it changes pretty significantly at higher player counts, and it can go all the way up to 5, which is cool. I am always thrilled to see a 5-player game out of the box without an expansion, because I feel like a lot of times it's just 4, and in my gaming circles, I find myself in groups of 5 a lot, so that was really cool. But so far, I've only been able to play it 2, so I'm excited to play it with 3.
Yeah, different board, right? The flip side is the 1 to 2 players, right?
Yeah, the board has 2 sides, so we won't see the other side of the board.
No, don't do that.
But the side that we're on, it's not significantly different. You'll see as we're playing through, there are kind of rewards for exerting influence over each of the various rooms in the hospital. Or the hospital, in the prison. God, not hospital, prison.
Sad hospital.
Yeah, sad hospital. Exerting influence over the rooms in the prison. And on the other side of the board, when you play with only 2 players, obviously it doesn't make sense to have kind of like a first place and a second place in every single room, because then everybody would be getting a reward all the time. So when you play with 2 players, the reward system is a little bit reduced, and then the total number of items that you can craft at any given time is reduced as well. All right, so I guess let's dive into it. I'm gonna go, Tim. You can grade me on this. I'm going to try to do my explanation of how this game works.
Okay.
And at the end, you can say, like, you're garbage. Like, you'd never survive. You'd never survive out there in the wild.
Well, are you going to give the story behind Lockup as part of your rules explanation?
I am not. So, okay. You can do the story behind Lockup. How about, because I actually did read it.
Good.
So, that we're all part of a crew and we're going to be able to fight for our freedom. But Tim, I'm going to hand it over to you to handle that.
Okay. Well, I'll do it quick because this is, part of the whole reason that it fits into the role player universe. So we are playing basically the minions from role player, and rather than playing the hero like you do in role player, we're playing the bothersome minions in this case, who have been thrown into the prison. So we're in prison, the Kulbach prison, and what happens is once every year, the king comes to the prison and he kind of talks to everybody and checks out the prison, and whoever has the most influential crew will get a chance to be released or fight for their release in the stadium. So you're trying to make the best impression, and to do that, you have to do various things in the prison, right? Which you're going to explain. So over the course of the 6 rounds, when we hit the 6th round, King Terran comes, and whoever has the most reputation is the winner.
Perfect. All right. So here's how kind of executionally that's going to work. We're going to go through 6 total rounds. As you can see on the board right here, there's this crown token. And every round, this crown token is going to move up from the first position, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. And when we get to the 6th, that's when you better have your act together, because it's time to fight for your freedom, right? Yep. If you look into the prison, every single room in this prison has different characteristics to it. So, for example, this is the smithy up here in the top left. This is the exercise yard. This is the commissary, etc. And as a crew, and the crew is represented by these tokens that you can see here. Each class has their own fancy tokens that look like whether we're playing as bugbears, goblins, and kobolds, but there's also insectoids, and I can't remember the 5th class. I'm gonna rely on Tim to figure that out while I'm still talking.
The other classes, yeah. So I got to remember them too, who they all are.
Yeah, insectoids and somebody. I can't remember who the 5th class is.
You go, and
okay.
I'll remember them.
So every round, the first thing we're going to do is we get to essentially bid on these rooms. We can place our resources in each of these rooms to try to control those rooms using influence. And every one of our tokens has an influence number on it. So this one that I'm on right now, you can see has 3 influence. I'm going to zoom into this one really close. This is what they look like. So this one has 3 influence. Each of us has 6 tokens, and they're numbered 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one of them is a lookout, and one of them is your muscle, your enforcer. And both of the lookout and the enforcer have slightly different rules with how much influence they can exert, but I'll get to that in just a second. So every turn, we're going to place these tokens out in each room. Some of them we'll be placing face up so everyone can see them. Some of them we'll be placing face down so that opponents cannot see them. And the goal being that you control each of these rooms by having the most influence in each room. And so there is some bidding, and part of it is blind bidding as well. And you try to control all of these rooms. And then once we're done placing all the tokens, we're going to look and see who has control of every room in the prison. And if you are first place, so for example, in the sewers, which I'm looking at right here, if you're first place, you get a reward. And if you're first place in the sewers, you get 3 green cubes, which are resources that you can use for crafting items and recruiting other goons to your squad. If you're second place, you get 2 green cubes. And if you're any other place, you get 1 green cube. So the sewers, you can always go down there and essentially pull out green cubes. The other rooms are more competitive. In the smithy, if you're first, you get 2 gray cubes. If you're second, you get only 1 gray cube. And if you're third, you get nothing. And so if you start thinking about it, the game becomes, where do I place my crew so that I can win rooms, so I can get resources and benefits, so I can craft items, so I can get points, which is your influence. And the influence is tracked around the outside edges of the board here. You see we all start at 10. And we're going to just track it along the outside. So that at the end of the game, whoever has the most influence wins. The other thing that's happening while we're trying to win these rooms is we're going to be accruing what's called suspicion. And if you have too much suspicion and the guards do a raid on the prison, you lose a bunch of influence points. And so the way that you accrue suspicion is if you win a room and there's a suspicion token in the room, you have to also take that suspicion token. There are 12 of them. You can see them right here on the board. They're just little gray tokens. And once we run out of them, a raid occurs. So while you're trying to win influence and push your weight around, you're also trying to keep your suspicion to a minimum so the guards don't come and bust you up, essentially, thematically. You will notice that there are goons around the corner, around every single room, kind of at the corner of every single room here. These goons are available for us to recruit, and they cost money to recruit or resources to recruit. And so as we're accruing resources, you are able to spend those resources to essentially bring other prisoners into your crew. The members that you're able to recruit have different bonuses. I'm not going to go through all of them, but some of them are set bonuses. So this rat man that I'm hovered on right now, the first one you get on your team, you get -3 influence. The second one you get 1. The third one you get 6, etc. All of them have different sort of scoring benefits at the end of the game. So as you're figuring out your strategy of who you want to bring onto your team, every single different person you might want to recruit has a slightly different benefit to you at the end of the game. And then the last, I guess, scoring component that I'll cover right now is item crafting. So all of these cards that are out here are all the items that are available for us to craft. We can craft items in the cell block room. And so in order to craft items, you need to exert your influence in the cell block room based on those same mechanics that I talked about at the beginning with bidding on the room. If you win in the cell block room, you get to be the first one to craft an item. If you're second in the cell block room, you get to be the second one to craft an item, etc. But to craft items, it costs resources. So you need to be accruing resources by winning the other rooms. I think that might cover it all. Tim, do I have it all?
Yeah, there's just a couple of things that I would add. So in the cell block, in addition to crafting an item, if you want, you can lock an item in reserve by giving one of any resource. So you would put that card next to your player board, but you don't actually get the benefit of it, and it doesn't count for scoring until you go back to the cell block again and have those resources. So you have to still go to the cell block, but you can kind of, in a sense, stash it underneath maybe your bunk until later, if you will. So
yeah, and that's a really dirty trick. And I say that because I got really screwed the last time I was playing. I was playing with my wife. I had spent 3 turns getting enough resources to buy one very high point item. It was worth, I think, 17 points. This little star at the top corner of each of the items is how much influence they're worth to you. And so I was ready to buy it, and she snuck in before me and paid only 1 resource to take that thing and put it in her stash just to keep me from getting it, which is one of only many ways that you can screw each other over in this game. And it definitely fits thematically, I feel like, with sort of this prison yard feel, right? That if your crew is strong and fast and savvy, you can screw up each other's crews, which is neat. Very neat.
Yeah, and then some of the goons that are out each turn may have more suspicion than others, and whoever has the lowest number of influence is going to end up with that suspicion. And if you're caught when the raid happens, when all the suspicion has moved out of the suspicion area, then whoever has the most is going to take a big hit. So.
Yeah, you do not want to be caught with a lot of suspicion. I actually forgot that I hadn't placed the suspicion for the initial set of goons, so I'm doing that right now. So you will see me dragging those little suspicion cubes. In the physical game, which I have in front of me, so we're playing it kind of dual, physical, virtual. I'm going to do some of the stuff physically. I'm going to flip over some cards. I'm going to move the goons around physically. But we are all going to be placing our tokens and our suspicion and our power virtually. So anytime you play something on Vorpal board, it's a little bit of a figuring how you want to play it, what parts you want to be physical and what parts you want to be virtual. We make our decisions a lot on this stream based on how it will look best when we're streaming. When we are if we're playing with friends, we might not play it exactly the same way, but there's a lot of flexibility in how you want to play it, which you'll see as we play. Mace 6241 says they are already sold. So Tim, all right. But they did say something about James describing a game always makes me want to throw down my money, which
you sold it.
Wow.
We're gonna put you on the payroll.
Right.
We'll write you a check for $1.
Yeah, send me one shiny nickel, please.
I think you might have also you mentioned the library as well, but if you do not, if you are in a room and you can choose to forego the reward and to go to the library. If you're in a room, for example, like in the smithy, where the first player with the most influence will get the two of the iron cubes, and the second player gets one. If you're third, you don't get the iron, but you will get to go to the library and get a tome. And when Mike played, Mike collected quite a few tomes, and tomes do give you some advantages. So there's something, definitely those are worth it. So it's not just a consolation prize. A lot of people forget that you may decide, even though you're first, you may say, you know what, I just wanted to be first so you couldn't get first, but I'm gonna slide down and skip the resource and just go and get a tome, and you'll get whatever's left.
Yeah, and the nice thing, if you do pull that little stunt, you don't get the suspicion, right?
Yep.
So you pass the suspicion on to whoever was second place. So it allows for kind of a bluffing where you could throw some bodies into a room, and then sort of forgo the reward and force the suspicion onto whoever was behind you.
And if you're smart, then you put your lookout in that room, so that when you flip over your lookout, although it isn't worth any influence, at least blocks the suspicion.
Yep. So I think we're definitely gonna hit some rules as we go that we haven't described, I think. But I think hopefully, definitely shout out in chat if you see anything that you think is weird. One thing to orient anybody who hasn't seen us play anything on Vorpal board before, Tim's green, so you can see all of his tokens are face down with this green line underneath them. I'm blue, so mine are all face up, so you'll be able to see my pieces, but you won't be able to see Tim's or Mike's. Mike is orange. So as they're playing their crew out into the prison, some of them will be face up, some will be face down. So when you see them looking like this, that's because they've chosen to have them be face down, because I'm not supposed to be able to see them, and you're not supposed to be able to see them, kind of, since you're looking through my eyes. All right, so you guys ready to rock?
Hey, ready as ever.
All right, let's do it. Because I'm the one who set up the stream, I'm going to be first player, just because I.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know, James, the rule book says that the first player is the person who is the biggest troublemaker in the group. That's actually what the rules say. So I think it's only natural that you would go first.
Yeah,
Still
I mean
out.
that may be correct. It's hard to know for sure. And so this little horn, I took a photo of it and brought it into Vorpal board, but it's actually a really nice wood cutout horn that you get with the game. That is the first player token. So if you were to buy this game, or you're a backer or whatever, you would get this cool horn token. Okay, so I'm gonna be first player, and oh man, I never know how to start. So I'm going to start. I'm going to keep this one face down, and I'm going to place here in the exercise yard.
Yeah, so you're going to get 2 face down, only 2. The rest have to be face up of your 5. So,
Mace, you are right. I do like to toot my own horn, and since this is my stream, I get to choose that I'm the first player, apparently. All right, so we'll go in the order of to start with James, Tim, Mike.
Okay, well, let's see. So you're going to have to give me just an extra second while I try to figure out how to use my virtual hand to pick up virtual tokens.
So you should be able to click and drag them, and if you do want to display them to us face up, you would double click on it, and that will flip it over so that we can see it.
That looks good. Just a second here.
James, I thought you were going to have me be the biggest troublemaker, given that we had that work function one time where we had to order T-shirts.
Yeah.
And James put in his order on a spreadsheet, and he put his T-shirt size in there. I changed it to like XXL.
Yeah.
And he had no idea. So he shows up for this work event, and he has like this giant like T-shirt hanging off him. He's like, "What happened?"
Yeah, I looked
did
like
this to me?
Link from Zelda. You know, like I could have belted this shirt. It was so big. But I do think that you had forgotten, Mike, that you had done something like that.
I did. You had to remind me at one point. Yeah, I was totally like, I was like, "Oh, well, he has a huge shirt. Oh, that's why." Okay.
All right, just a second here. I'm just trying to get this.
Yeah, no problem. Question from Mace. So the player classes are purely cosmetic in nature. So there is a backstory about each of them. If you look at the player boards, there's a description of each of the crews, which is cool. So in this case, the Fighting 87th is the Goblins. But there are no differences in play style based on which character class you choose. In the advanced setup,
Right, I was going to just have you mention that is slightly different. So
there are some slight differences. There's a concept called traits that every crew can get some traits, which changes the game a little bit. We're playing the basic setup, but if you were playing the advanced setup, then that would apply.
Okay, so right now, what you see? Do you see my? Are they both face down at the moment?
They are. Yep.
All right. So if I want to flip one face up, I just have to click it.
Double click it. Yep. And there you go.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, you'll get a little eyeball underneath it, so it tells you.
I'm just getting up to speed. So there we
No
go.
problem.
Perfect.
So in this case, Tim was able to. You're allowed to place as many as you want in one room, as many tokens as you want in one room. So Tim placed 2 tokens, one of them face down, one of them face up. So he's showing us that he placed at least 4 strength in the sewers, and then he placed a face down. It's unclear. It could be only worth 2. It could be worth 4. Who knows, right? So.
And I can never go back and add to the crew the tokens that are in that room. Once they're in there, that's all I get.
Cool. All right. So what are you placing, Mike? Ooh, a lookout. So the lookout, the nice thing about the lookout is if you win that room, you don't pick up the suspicion. So Mike is placing his lookout and then 2 other tokens in the infirmary. So he's selling out for the infirmary.
I'm sick, baby.
Yeah. Mikey needs some of that medicine. All right. Let's see. All right, I'm going to do this. So I'm only allowed to place 2 of my tokens face down. So this one in the exercise yard is face down, and then I left this one face down, and then flipped over my lookout.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Stay out of the chow hall.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
All right. What could be there? You'll never know.
Yeah,
well you won't know for a while.
I'll know soon enough.
You're all set, right, Tim?
What's that?
Yeah, you made your final.
Yes.
Only want to move 1 tile,
Yeah,
right?
I have. Thank you.
Gotcha. Okie dokie.
One thing we didn't discuss when we were talking about scoring, there are 3 goals that exist that you can sort of claim during the course of the game. And I'm going to look at each of them now. One of them, let's look at the first one. This one's called an instant goal. And what the instant goal is that the first player who meets this goal can claim the instant goal right away. And so in this game, it's the first players to have 4 suspicion cubes. So whoever gets 4 suspicion cubes first gets 8 influence right out of the gate. So that's one type. The next type is what's called an end game goal. Everybody can take advantage of the end game goal. So just once we get to the very end of the session, each player will score 1, 2, 4, 8, or 12 stars for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus different types of goons. So essentially, we're trying to get a very diverse set of goons recruited to our crews. And then the third type of goal is what's called a leader goal. And this one can get traded around between characters. So the first person to have 2 gem-style valuables, and you'll see we'll be starting to accrue gem-style valuables. We'll get a bunch of different types of valuables. The first one who gets 2 of them claims this, but then if somebody else gets 3, they take it away. So it's almost like the longest road in Settlers that you can keep stealing from each other if you continue to get more and more and more of this valuable. So those are the 3 different goals. It does change how the game is played slightly each session, because that is a bunch of points. Just to get 8 influence is nice. All right, Mike, you just played, right?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Man, you're almost out of people.
Yeah, I had to go big or go home, I guess.
All right, so you have, 6 in the Chow Hall, huh? Tough guy here. Oh, man.
This is how I don't understand how Tim played. When we played the other day, Tim was playing both this game and Fiends and Familiars at another table, and he was going back and forth and doing all that stuff. And I don't know how in the world he ever kept track of all that.
Yeah, just trying to mentally keep track of that seems incredibly impressive to me, Tim. So kudos to you.
I think I was chewing gum at the same time. So.
All right, so I have to play this one face up. So yeah. I'm playing my 4 in the commissary room.
Perfect.
And a big part of this game is looking around and seeing what numbers people have already played, right? So Mike, I know, has played a 4 and a 2 at least. He's also played his Lookout. So, I have at least an educated guess as to what he might have still in reserve. And then Tim just played a 3 in the Smithy. So, all right. Mike's got to play face up now. Are you done, Tim?
I am, thanks.
All right.
So I can't remember. Can I pass, or do I have to play if I have a token?
You can pass. However, if you pass, you cannot get back in. So you would just be done, and
gotcha.
Your last crew member is just dead. He has to. He gets stuck in the showers.
Yeah, he's sleeping. Just sleeping on the job.
So, okay.
I like how you keep moving it around. Like, where is he going?
Yeah, I know.
Not there. No, not there. Where will he stop?
Okay, so you currently are tied with Tim in the Smithy.
And I think Tim wins a tiebreaker because he's closest to first. Is that right?
Correct.
That's
so
correct.
in a case of tie, whoever is nearest the first player in clockwise order.
So I'm going to just put a 3 over here. So now Daddy's in charge.
Oh, my gosh. So, I'm getting second place anyway there. All right. Well, let's see. What do I want to do?
So Tim's the only one down in the sewers. Make of that what you will.
Yes, make of that what you will. Thank you very much. Make of it what you will. All right. All right. So just so that in case people are wondering, I placed my fist goon, my enforcer, and so that will be worth whatever I have for strength tokens, power tokens on my player board. So we start with 1. So this is essentially worth 1.
And then over the course of the game, you can gain strength tokens by winning in the exercise yard. And so my muscle will go up to 2 next turn if I retain control of the exercise yard, which we'll see if Tim allows that the next turn.
Pump some iron and get some power.
Yeah. So nobody's interested in hanging out in the commissary, huh? Surprising to me. All right. Well, I'm going to go down into the sewers and hang out with Tim.
Yeah, that's a smart move. That's where I should have put my guy for.
Yeah, just steal a couple. Like with just 1 token, you can steal a couple. All right. So what? A 2. Okay. All right. So we've all played. So we go back and forth through the round until we're done. And then you actually evaluate the winners there's a numeric order of the rooms on the board. And room number 1 is the exercise yard. The winner of the exercise yard gets to retain or grab the first player token. What's interesting about this game is that the first player token does not rotate through all the players. The first player token has to be taken. And so I have it right now, and I'm going to retain it because I win the exercise yard. In addition, I get 1 power token, and then Tim, who's second place in the exercise yard, he will get a power token as well.
So your token is still face down. Do you want to open that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Those who are playing at home may want to know.
Yeah. Well, they actually could tell. It's just you guys who couldn't tell. Okay. So yeah, I won with a 2 over Tim's 2.
Yep.
And so I gave you a power token, Tim. So you're up to 2, and I'm up to 2.
I appreciate you doing that.
And then the nice thing to do is you then you can grab and get rid of your token, which is just sort of a nice way to keep the board clean as you're scoring stuff.
And thematically, just in case people are interested in theme, I'm very interested in theme. This is called the lights out phase. So after everybody has done kind of gone where they need to go into the prison, lights out, and so this is when all of your stealing and negotiating happens. So we're collecting stuff.
We're all doing dirty work right now.
Yeah. Well, especially since now we're about to move to the sewer, so we're literally going to be doing dirty work.
All right, so you can expose
is this prison an island, Tim? It looks like it's like an Alcatraz situation or something.
Yeah, it's actually just up on a plateau up in the sort of mountain. So I guess it's kind of like Alcatraz.
Okay,
sweet. All right, so let's see who won the sewers. Tim, you gotta flip that bad boy over.
I do have to flip it over, and did it flip? No.
All right, so it's a lookout and a 4. So you win. You get 3 green tokens.
Yes.
And there is a limit on the number of tokens you can have in your inventory. You start with the ability to only carry 5. We had left a gold on you there, Tim. I took it away from you. Sorry.
Thank you.
And so you start with 5. You can expand your inventory via a bunch of different means. I think the easiest way is probably via either buying goons. Sometimes they give you extra slots, or crafting new items will give you additional slots as well. But you start with only being able to carry 5 resources. So Tim just picked up 3. I'm in second place, and I'm going to pick up 2, and that's that room.
And just as a reminder again, because a lot of people forget this, if you wanted to at any time, you can forego the reward and go into the library to get a tome. So.
Oh yeah, I could have said forget it. I don't want the 2.
Yep.
Let me just cruise down to the library. Now, Tim, I'm going to ask you a question here.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you use your lookout down there? Just as a bluff?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I bluffed it, and part of that, and also because I realized later that instant reward is the suspicion cubes.
Right.
So I'm sure it's probably no secret that I'm going to try to go for that.
Yeah, try to gobble up those suspicion cubes. But that was smart because you had a 4 visible. So essentially you show strength. And you faked us out, so that's good.
I'm a terrible bluffer, to be perfectly honest. So,
all right. So Mike won huge in the infirmary. Nobody even challenged him in the infirmary.
Well, what Mike did is he blew all of his crew in an area where nobody cared to go. So he would have gotten it with just 1 token, but instead he used all of his influence in there. But so we'll see if that was worth the cost of 3 potions.
I like just sort of the passive aggressive. We'll see if Mike's bad play will work out. Yeah.
Blue resources are potions. The green is scrap, of course. So we go down into the sewers, and it's scrap. Okay, it's nothing else. It's scrap in the sewer.
It's not algae.
No, it's not, or worse. So
yeah.
Cool. So Mike gets 3 blues, and then we move on to the smithy, where I am in first because I am the first player. That's the benefit of sort of retaining that first player. Even though we tied, I win. So I'm going to move my guy back over, and then I get 2 iron.
And I will get the other iron. 1 iron.
1 iron. And then, Mike, you get nothing.
I moved down to the library.
Yeah. So since Mike, he gets sort of that, and I don't think it is fair to say a consolation prize because there is a lot of really powerful stuff that exists inside the tome cards. So
absolutely, it's a viable strategy to lose.
Yep. And then I will pick up the suspicion.
Yes, you do.
Because I won the smithy. Now, I already had a suspicion on me. I think that was while we were messing around before we played, right?
You did not have that.
Okay. All right. So I'll throw that back out there. All right. So then the next room is the commissary. And I'm the only one in the commissary, which is right here. So I am just going to get to claim 1 of any type of resource. That's what this means. First place gets 1 of any type of resource. I'm going to take a gold because this is the only way, I believe, that you can get gold, unless you're trading for it in other or exchanging it in other ways. So I'm going to grab a gold.
Yeah, the commissary is where you will get gold. You either can take that as if you're the first player as your resource, or if you're second, you can exchange 1-to-1, and if you're third it's 2-to-1.
Cool. All right, so then our final, or not our final room, we have 2 to go. Chow Hall, I believe I have 5 in here. So Mike's in the lead, and then Tim, what do you have? Tim has 5 as well. So Mike wins. Now, what that means, Mike is first place in the Chow Hall, so he gets first bid on all of these goons that are spread out around the board, and he can spend 1 resource of any color to recruit 1 goon, or he can spend 4 resources of any color to recruit 2 goons. So what's your game plan, Mike?
Well, I only have 3 resources, so we'll do 1, and I'll take the Mr. Dwarf.
You're going to take that dwarf.
Which will then give me another green one, right?
I believe that he has a green edition, yes. So when you recruit characters, sometimes they sort of give you stuff. I'm going to zoom in on this one so everyone can see it. This one, you can see this little green plus in the top right left corner. So Mike gets a green is the benefit of recruiting him. All right. Okay, and then I get to go second. And as a second choice, I get either to spend 1 for 1 goon, or I can spend 5 for 2 goons. And I don't think I'm going to spend 5 for 2 goons. Oh, man. This is where the decisions start coming in.
Exactly.
I'm going to spend 1. I'm going to spend 1 green. So I'm going to throw that down here. And then I'm actually going to take this demon up here. You would. Well, he gives me a gem, so I like that gem action.
Yeah.
So, and then he's in my crew now, and so I'll get benefits from him when we get to the end of the game. I'm going to zoom in on him. So I'll score 2 points or influence for each gem type of valuable that I have. And you can see the art here. The art's really great. I love the demon.
All right, and so I think that leaves
You're
me.
in third, yeah.
So I would have to, if I wanted to get some a goon, recruit a goon, I would have to pay 2 resources. So this is a bit of a tough choice. I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to forego that, and I'm going to go down to the library.
So, Mike, did you have your lookout out in there? Because there were 2. I think your lookout was over here.
I
in
think
the
he was over
infirmary,
here.
right?
Yeah, so I put him in the first room. So I get these 2.
Yeah, so you get these. You get these suspicions. So you're halfway to the instant.
Yeah.
There's
Go
also,
all
there's
there.
also a suspicion still in the infirmary.
Mike had his lookout in the
Oh,
infirmary.
that's right, he
so,
did. Okay,
yeah,
I'm
he
sorry.
was good there.
Okay.
Okay, so Tim's going down to the library, so he's going to get a tome, and then Tim is the only one in the cell block, so he gets whatever choice he wants to either craft or lock any of these items.
Uh-huh. Yes. Well, I have to have the resources to do it. While I'm doing that, just by the way, James, you put the um, goon in next to me instead of next to Mike.
Oh, Mike,
Oh, can you just drag him down? Sorry.
that guy's actually not letting me grab him. Mike, can you grab him?
No, I'm stuck with him too.
Oh.
As you can see, Vorpal board's still under development.
Still in beta.
Nor can I. So sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Tim, while you're deciding what you're going to do, I'm just going to refresh real quick.
Okay. Because I really only can buy one, but I am going to take that channeling rod, I think. So let me see if it'll let me grab.
So I thought you had planned that. I thought that was kind of a brilliant move if that's what you're going for. Because you got
No,
these
I
other
was.
stuff you needed.
I mean, I was, but I sometimes things don't go exactly as I want them. I don't. So does James have to grab that card for me, or is that physically on the board? I
These
guess.
are physically on the board.
So these are
you'll
physically
scan it for you
on
in a
the
second
board.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I
So
can't really tell all the time.
I would like to buy that channeling rod if I could.
okay.
The goblins need a channeling rod, and I hope the people can see these and on the stream. But if you can't, even if you can, trust me, in real life they're even better. The artwork on these is amazing.
The artwork is fantastic. I just zoomed in on that channeling rod real close. It's crazy. I must tell you here, Tim, like the amount of items that this game comes with, and that there's like a unique drawing for every single one. That's very cool. Is always welcome when I'm playing board games. I love art that looks like this. So
Yes.
kudos. Okay, so there's your channeling rod.
All right, and I'm doing my best to move my required cost of resources back, and
Cool.
I've done so successfully.
And then you get 8 victory points.
I do. I believe that's physically on the board, so I'll let you move that with your little hand.
Little hand there. Yep. Welcome to kind of the slight strangeness of playing in Vorpal board, where you kind of have to wonder, okay, what's real and what's not real.
Oh, that's kind of my entire life. Really.
Right.
Okay, well, and then I'm gonna grab my
okay, and then
my goblin back, and then we're gonna just deal with the library. And
who's winning there? Tim wins.
So that's me. So I get a choice of 2 of those. So I don't know quite how that's gonna work, but if you want to show me those 2, I get to pick from either of those 2, and I guess you're going to scan them, and then I get to look at them?
Yeah, so I'm scanning them in right now, so they'll appear on your end. And then all you have to do is click them and then pick them up instead of flipping them over. Well, you flip that one over, so I won't look at it, I promise.
All right, let me flip that. Okay.
And then this way, we won't be able to see it. So you can maintain secrecy by doing it that way. And then, Mike, you get one as well, right? So I'm going to scan one in for you. You can just grab that one. And then, Tim, whichever one you don't want to keep, you can just click the delete button, and it'll blow it away.
Okay. And then that will take care of that. So I guess maybe while we're deciding, the refreshing of the board for each round will be to replace back up to the correct number of items. So you'll add one. And then the goons rotate so that the one up in the top right-hand corner goes off and everybody else moves around and comes back out. So we'll get a second chance on the 2 that we didn't use. And now I just have to zoom in to look at these bad boys.
Okay. And then I'll get all the suspicion tokens ready to rock, and then we'll be good for the next round.
All right, and you said just to delete the one that I don't want.
Yep, and then it'll just disappear out of the game, and you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Wonderful. And so the tome cards stay face down. Nobody knows what they are, and they can be played at any time and take the action. So
Sweet. And then the only other thing you'll need to do, Tim, is hide these guys from us again.
yes, thank you.
So we can't see them. And then the crown moves up, and now we're in our second day. And oh no, did you delete that one?
I did. I'm sorry.
Oh no, what was it?
Let's see.
4, I think.
2.
I'll grab it for you. Hold on.
No, it must be. I've got my 2. I have. It's my fist.
Your fist. Okay. I'll grab it for you.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. This
problem.
is
We can
everybody.
tough the
Everybody
scam
gets to
feature.
see an audible here. So
I got clicky.
Yeah, it's one of the things we got to add is like a
an
control
undo.
V.
Yeah. We don't have an undo currently. All right, so Tim, that one should be now in the system, so you can grab it. It's just up there. Yeah. This was just a long con by Tim to end up with 2 number 5s.
Amazing.
Wish.
That would be a pretty good trick. Okay. All right. So I still retain the first player horn, so I get to go first. And let's see here. All right. I'm gonna place in the exercise yard again.
By the way, just in case somebody thinks that they're too clever that they can remember when they saw where those were, I'm moving around.
You're
now,
moving around.
Oh,
I'm doing a shell
damn.
game.
Oh man.
I know you Twitch viewers, clever.
Yeah, really, really, really paying attention. I'm gonna make the cameras a little bit bigger so they can see our beautiful faces here. All right, there we go.
Face down in the yard. That's not a good thing.
Face down in the yard. Exactly.
I like to, you know, I've only played this a couple times so far, but I like to retain that first player token. I like to hold on to that thing because there's so many ties.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the Mike, you have 2 suspicion. I have 1. Tim doesn't have any. And if you get to 4, you'll get this instant bonus.
And you place, there's just a one dude here that had suspicion, and
Yeah, this guy, this hobgoblin has it as well. So he got a suspicion here.
All right, let's see here.
Oh, come on. Get out of here. Get out of here, you.
I want to be just like you, face down in the yard. I'm gonna be face down in the yard.
He plays both of his face downs for the yard. All right, Mike.
Man.
Come on in, buddy. It's warm in here. You can hang out with us.
That's scary in the yard, man. You both have like dumbbells waiting for me.
Yeah, seriously.
Spot me, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like the drawing for like the incline bench here.
Yes.
You know, it's just like made out of wood.
It's perfect.
Yeah, again, just because you were talking about art before, a call out to the artists for this again, Lucas Ribeiro and I'm trying to remember John Ariosa. I always forget their names, but
yeah, their stuff is really good.
You've used them for several games or a couple games.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
so,
Mike, you went already. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I went. Yeah.
I was sitting here looking off into the distance, not realizing.
All right.
And that means it's like an actual board game, because when I'm playing an actual board game, that happens to me a lot. Just stare off into the distance. Okay, so man, this is where I just sort of wonder what the heck I'm doing. All right, I'm going to do another one face down in the infirmary. Come on, get out of here. Stop following me around, you jerk.
And I got to flip that up. I think it is there. Okay.
Yeah, just the old fist. All right, so for you, what is that? That's a 2, right? Okay. All right, Mike. And this one is not designed by Keith. This is one that you guys worked with a separate designer on, right?
Yeah. So Stan Kardonsky is the designer.
All right. So Mike put in a 5 and a 1, so he's got a 6 in the infirmary. You love the infirmary, Mike. You can't get enough of it.
I'm a suspicious dude. What can I say?
Yeah.
He's sick.
Yeah, he's always sickly. He needs to get in there and always be getting some sweet medicine. Okay, so I'm up, huh? I guess I'm going to So I've already played my 2 face down. Ay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where you realize, like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's true.
That's right. Definitely in the prison, you got to do that.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right, so I'm gonna see, and this is where it's interesting because you run out of space. Like I have 4 resources already on my board.
Yeah.
So if I win something and I need a resource, I need to essentially waste my time because I won't be able to take it. So I'm just going to put a person down here in the I got to flip them. It's just my fist down here in the goo.
And so that would be where then you could forego the reward and just say, I'm going to go down to the library.
Yeah, which is
that makes sense.
Spoiler alert, that is I think what I'm going to do with that person.
You think?
Get out of my head, Virnig.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
A 3 up there. All right. All right, Mike. Mike's going to play all 3 of his in the infirmary against the rules.
Yeah, no. So for cell block, this applies to everybody, right? Everybody gets the same thing, or is that not right? I can't remember. Little dots right here.
Yeah, first, second. Yeah,
Sorry.
first, second, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. That's right. You can either buy the or craft the thing or reserve it.
Perfect.
But winning that lets you do it first, right?
Yeah, of course.
So there's always a benefit to winning, but
always a benefit to winning. That's a fact.
That's my personal motto. Always a benefit to winning.
It's like a bumper sticker.
Okay, so what'd you put in there, Mike? Just a lookout, huh?
Just a lookout.
Just you got a guy standing there, looking around like a bum, like a worm. Yeah, timing is definitely an issue here for me. All right, so I'm going to go in the cell block here with a 3.
Well, that looks like a good thing.
Are you kidding me? If you come into that cell block.
I'm going to come in the cell block.
With a 2. Okay, so we have a little bit of a hierarchy going on there. All right, Mike.
Oh dear. Okay.
So that rod you got, that gives you 1 shield and 1 gem, right? Okay. Got to worry about gems.
Want a goon, do you?
Yeah,
Yep,
you want some
goon me.
goon buddy?
buddies.
You got to flip that one over, I think, right, Mike?
No, that's my first one.
Oh, you've been placing all face up. Well,
You can pretty much figure it out.
He's tricky. He's tricky.
Interesting. So let's see. Let's do this for the viewers at home. Mike has placed his fist. Or no, Mike has placed his 2, his fist, his 5, and his lookout. So he has a 3 and a 4. So we got a 3 or a 4 there. All right. Well.
Oh,
That's a first player 4 right there, baby.
oh my goodness.
Okay, so all right, a lookout hanging out in the commissary.
We're looking for scraps.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Mike. You have one left. I thought you were done.
Oh, yeah, my
I
bad.
apologize. Oh, Mike's going in the commissary.
Hey, get out of that commissary.
Sorry.
Oh, and he can go face down, which means he's a winner.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go face up in the commissary as well. I'm sorry, Tim.
Hey,
It's also a lookout. Okay, so we've all played, and then we essentially repeat. Tim's got to flip over what he played in the exercise yard,
yes.
and that's a 4 and a 5.
Yeah.
Holy
Whoa.
moly! All right, you own the exercise yard.
You're benching like 400 pounds at least.
All right, so I'm gonna grab you a power, and then I get a power as well because I'm second place. But Tim takes over my horn.
Ooh.
And so the interesting thing about that, which I thought was really neat, is that now that applies to the entire. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't flip this over. This was a 2, by the way, Tim.
Okay.
I never showed you, but you had me
I
down.
knew it was less. I knew it was
Less than 9. All right,
I'm
so
kinda high.
the cool thing about the way the first player mechanic works is now that Tim owns this, he's immediately first player. So for the whole rest of the round, he gets the benefit of the first player when it comes to ties.
That is a fun little bonus of the game.
Yeah, you don't have to wait till next turn. All right, so Mike gets 3 greens.
I'm going to have a lot of resources. This is a problem I had last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did, and you didn't really know what to do with them. So,
Well, you can wait till the end of the turn to discard, right?
yes.
Okay, so I'll be fine.
Oh, you can wait till the end of the turn to discard? I don't think so.
No, I'm sorry. Yes, that was wrong, Mike. You'd have to only take
Yeah.
Oh, no.
what you can.
Okay, well, let me think about this for a second then. Yeah.
Because there actually is a tome card that will let you have unlimited
Stuff.
inventory for
Well,
your
that changes
turn.
my turn quite a bit.
The excuses are going to come out.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Everything's cool. All right, I'm good.
So you're going to take it? So you just took 2.
I took 2 greenies. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to... All right, I'm going to float on down to the library. All right, so Infirmary, Mike is the winner. So I'll move these over here for you, Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide down to library.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, so I can take
Sorry.
both those guys, right?
Yeah, you can, yep. So you're in the lead in the library. So I just... Oh, I'm an idiot. It's not second place in the Infirmary.
That's
All right.
yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I'm sliding down to the library as
Well,
well.
okay. So what can you flip over? What did you have there?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I had a
that's
5.
Okay, and what did you have, Mike?
Mike had a
6.
6.
Okay.
So Mike gave up his first place.
Yep.
So I'm out.
Yep. Did
And
you have your
then-
lookout there too with you?
Mike did not. No.
Okay, you're gonna have to.
I did
take-
not. I wanted this suspicion.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna get that, and then I'll.
Hold on. I think you only get the suspicion if you
Oh, wait.
take it.
No, I don't. Oh, do I?
Right.
Nope.
Okay, then never mind. I guess I won't slide. Oops, sorry. That was like the whole point of being in there.
Okay, so you're going to take the 2 suspicion and
Mhm.
get none of the blue because
That's right.
you can't fit it.
because you're full.
Yeah.
I am stuffed with all my shanks and my inventory.
All right, but what that gives Mike is
But I will get 1 blue.
you will get 1 blue, and I will get nothing. Yep. So, Mike, you get the 8 points for having the first 4 suspicion, right? So, what color are you? Yellow? Yep.
Yeah, yellow.
So Mike's up to 18. Congratulations.
Nice job.
And I get big fat nothing. I thought this was a second place. So what's interesting about the infirmary is if you're in first place, you get the 3 cubes. If you're in last place, you get 1 cube.
Yep.
So I misplayed that pretty significantly. Okay. So now we're in the smithy, and Tim's the only one in the smithy, so he's going to get 2 iron. If you want it. Do you want it?
Yes, I do.
All right. So there you go.
I got room for some iron. I'm going to take some iron.
And then over in the commissary, we have a little bit of a battle. Mike is in the lead. So what would you like to do, Mike?
I'll take a gold one.
And then you'll throw away something else?
Throw greeny.
You are flush on materials.
This is exactly how I played last game. I'm terrible. This is great.
And then now that Tim is first player, because he stole the first player from me, he gets to choose, and he can trade out 1 resource for any other resource.
Yeah, that is right. So I'm going to trade.
Man, my entire turn plan, the wheels came off.
Yeah, same with my resources. I thought I could go over and then go back, but you have to keep that shit pretty tight.
I'm going to trade a iron for a gold.
James, your USB followed again?
This is unbelievable. Who's right? Can you hear me now or no?
Still silent.
Yeah, hold on.
You need some of that.
Extremely embarrassing. Just
He's got the best microphone of the 3 of us, and yet like a simple cord will.
Yeah, I have a good microphone, but like I'll tell you what, this microphone, it doesn't have like a strong like snap in when you put the USB cord in. It's just kind of like weak. So apologies to everybody. I keep knocking my
That's all right.
keep knocking my cord out.
So James, are we gonna slide down, or are you gonna take?
Oh yeah, sorry.
2 for 1?
I don't know if I'm gonna do the 2 for 1, because my plan's kind of the wheels have come off. So I think Tim's gonna. Oh man. All right, yeah, I'm gonna trade in. It doesn't have to be 2 of the same, right, Tim? It can be 2 of any color.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna trade a gold and a gray for a blue.
Gold and iron for a potion.
Right, yeah. The old. That's the very efficient exchange rate that I just paid for a potion.
Right.
Okay, so now we're in the Chow Hall, and the winner in the Chow Hall is me.
Yeah, flip.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
No, I'm visible, aren't I?
Oh no, you're up. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm up. So I won 4-3 in the Chow Hall, and oh man, I'm gonna forgo.
Wow.
And I'm gonna cruise down. So Mike, what are you doing?
He doesn't like those goons.
Well, my financial situation really changed between turns, so.
That's what happens. Losing the first player.
Yeah, it really
I'm
screwed me
going
over. Yeah,
to-
for sure.
Oh boy.
So since Mike's in second, he can still buy a goon for one resource, but it costs him 5 to get 2 goons. So
Correct. Yeah.
you could spend all your money, Mike, if you wanted to, and get 2 goons.
Oh my goodness, I could. I'll spend a greenie and take this dwarf guy over here.
Which one over here?
Yeah, there's 2 of them. No, there's just 1. Yeah, here.
Yeah. Did you turn your mouse off?
Oh, my mouse pointer's up. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was trying to,
You keep
like, fool you guys.
hiding your
I can
mouse
be
pointer.
do some strategy.
We didn't teach Tim how to do that. Tim, you can hide your mouse so that other people can't see it. If you chose to. Mike wanted to be secretive, so
That's the broadcast mouse button.
you're right. Yeah, exactly. So you can turn it off if you want to, but
I think I figured that out.
and in certain games, it's good to turn it off, so you don't want people to think or know what you're thinking.
Yeah, you're looking at the card. So
Yep. All right, Mike. So there's your little dude back.
Yep.
And then, all right. So now we are in the cell block, and I am winning in the cell block.
I get a blue for that too, by the way. Sorry, I got to take that.
Oh yeah, for that dwarf. Cool. Okay, so I'm in the cell block. I'm in the lead, even though Tim took my first player from me. So I am going to. I really could screw with you, Tim, and just reserve this homing grapple, but I'm not going to.
hey, you got to do what you got to do.
I'm gonna buy the protective charm. So that's this one down here at the bottom.
Lucky Charms, I see.
Yeah, I need some charms. I like things that are shiny. And then that's going to cost me every dollar that I have, essentially. So I'm going to move these down here. Or every resource that I have, I suppose. Okay. And then I believe, Tim, you're in second place. Is that right?
I am.
Okay.
And believe it or not, I actually, you took the one that I wanted, but that's all right. You thought that I wanted the channeling, the homing grapple, which I am going to take now.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess I feel good about that. That I kind of ruined your plan kind of slightly. I made you spend more money than you anticipated, right?
Yeah.
All right, so there's your homing grapple.
Okay.
James, you got the channeling rod, right?
And then I bought the protective charm.
Oh crap! I'm sorry. I apologize. I was just taking your stuff, Mike. Do you remember what you had?
Did you? I thought you were good. Yeah, this is yours.
No, he was taking your money.
I by mistake.
Oh, yeah, I had a green and a gold.
Okay, yeah, you put that back. I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
I was like, wait a second, that doesn't look like I don't have what I need, and then I'm like, oh wait, that's why.
All right, so
Because that's not me.
So that is worth a incredible 18 points for.
Man.
All right, here we go. I'll move that back for you.
I'm having all sorts of problems with it.
All right, so Mike, you get 18 points. Or sorry, Tim, you get 18 points. So you're at, what is that, 36? 18 plus 18. Jeez.
Oh,
yeah, what Tim's seeing right now is why we have to have locking for things other than the board, James, right?
Oh, yeah, just to be able to lock an individual piece.
We'll figure that out. But.
To keep it from letting you drag it around.
yes, sir.
Okay. And then I get 10 points, so I'm up to 20. Okay. All right. And then, Mike, are you doing anything in there?
Yeah, I want to do something as well. I'm going to buy this skeleton key, which gives me additional inventory.
Yes, the skeleton key lets you put more stuff into your inventory.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a key that you can lock away stuff, I guess.
Right. Right.
You get a chest and lock it up.
Yeah, I in my first couple playthroughs, I did a bunch of expanding my inventory, which was cool, but it didn't turn out to like be as super effective as like I anticipated. Not that I'm bad mouthing your plan here, Mike, but
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
You want to rescan that one real quick?
Yeah, I'm rescanning it for you. There you go.
Well, while you're scanning, just quickly so people know, there is also a really great solitary solo mode for this. And with the solo mode, you get a guard board, and the guard board is just like our player board that will build up guards that will come out during that roll call phase. So that kind of just tightens things up for a kind of AI, if you will. One of the things that Keith is really focuses on is if there is going to be, he really wants to have a solo mode, and he wants it to be an actual solo mode, not something that's just sort of feels like a a game where you can kind of pretend like you're playing by yourself, right? So it is really it's a fun game to play solo.
Yeah, I haven't played it solo yet, but I definitely will, because it does seem like it'll be challenging to pull off.
And normally, if you have played this more than once, I would definitely say it's best to play with the advanced rules and have the other side of the player board, which gives you some starting resources. And when you were talking about, oh my gosh, what? I'm sorry, I keep clicking on the.
Oh no! Did you delete all your tiles?
I did, because when I click on them, I'm clicking on the. Here, let me get rid of all of them. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll have you scan them back.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Because I keep clicking on the trash can instead of off of the trash can to double click.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's no problem. I got to get your bag. Hold on. This is good. This is a good UI test.
So when you play on the other side, so for example, for the goblins, if you play on the advanced side, the goblins that I'm playing start with one goon card randomly drawn from the deck and 6 influence. So they'll start out the game with a little bit of a head start. Everybody starts with a little bit of a head start. The kobolds, which we're not playing, Mike, you're playing the kobolds. You would start with 11 and a tome.
That's cool, because that actually changes things pretty significantly, I feel like, right?
And like we were talking about how they don't feel like they have any connection to the particular race, but the advanced setup kind of tries to do that a little bit because there's some unique thing about that particular race.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I don't know. I'm with you. I kind of like lore stuff, Tim. Like I like theme. So I think it's neat that there's some backing stuff to this.
And the two that we're not playing that are also in the game are the insectoids and the gnolls.
Yeah, the gnolls. I think those are the two that my wife and I played, insectoids versus gnolls. But we didn't play advanced. We're going to have to play advanced so we can get all the cool perks.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm loading you back up, Tim, with all of your...
My apologies to everybody watching at home. I hope you took this opportunity to refresh your drinks, take a bio break, refill the chip bowl.
Yeah, that's okay.
Pet the cat.
It's the first time you've ever used the system, so it's expected.
It's bad.
All right, so I think those are all your guys.
The point of all these is just to get this beta system into something that we can use for pretty much every game that we're playing here.
All right, so I've highlighted them all, and I will put them into pick up in my hand, and now they are in my hand, which means they're not showing. And as long as I don't accidentally click on that trash can again, we are good to go.
You should be good to go. All right, cool. Okay, so I am down here. While we were chatting, I actually took my tome card, so I'm good.
Well, then we are ready to start another round.
James, can you score my 12 real quick, too?
Oh, yeah, I forgot, 30. Mike. Luckily, you were paying attention because I would not have remembered that at all.
That's cool, man.
And then I will move up the goons. We'll get a new goon. Of course, it's a dwarf, which is going to help Mike.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right, dude. just stockpiling dwarves over there. And
Well,
then
they're little, so you can have quite a few of them.
you're right.
Easy to feed.
And let's update all the suspicion tokens. So I think we're good, and then I'll get some new items for everybody. We had an item purchasing like glut last turn.
So the commissary and the sewers are looking pretty suspicious.
Yeah, definitely. And we only have 3 left in the store. So what that means is the raid is coming soon, essentially.
Well, I know
Yeah,
I am beyond reproach.
Yeah, you have no suspicion whatsoever. Mike, I'm going to move these dwarves a little bit because they were below you.
So the danger now is that Mike has collected that initial bonus for having the 4 suspicion, but he may lose quite a bit of points here if he gets stuck with more suspicion at the raid. So we'll see how that works for him.
Cool. All right. So
that's how I almost went negative the last time I played.
That's right.
That is how you go negative. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
A bunch of idiots. We didn't remember that you lose points when you get raided. Okay. So
first player position.
Tim goes first, man.
You're right. And so yeah. I am going to
You're choosing my strategy, huh?
Well, I don't know about that. We'll see. And so I need to be careful so that I don't trash it. There we go.
Okay, cool. All right. So
I am going to do some Pilates in the.
Wow. All right. 2 with a face down. Mike, I bet he's bluffing. I bet that's a 2 with a lookout in there.
Oh, you think? Oh, yeah, that makes the most sense.
Yeah. Although he did drop 9 in there earlier, so he definitely is. He's serious. He can be serious.
We'll see.
Okay, so.
So I get to go here.
No, I'm up, man. Oh no, you're up. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Goodness.
Trying to cheat.
Don't let James try to trick you.
Yeah.
Bullying me, man.
Right.
Okay.
Just taking a long think over there, Mike.
Yeah, sorry. I'm really figuring this one out.
Interesting. I know what Mike's doing. Mike's going for that dwarf, man.
Yeah,
but he only put his muscle in there. It's just a 1.
Well, we'll see what he's got planned.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do.
Oh, sorry, I placed on the wrong one. Oh, that's fine.
No, you can move it.
Yeah, we'll let you do that.
Yeah.
All right. I always get these. I confuse these 3 over here all the time.
Okay.
Which is which? What I'm doing.
All right, so I'm gonna be down in the sewers there, just with 1.
Yes, you are.
I love hanging out in the sewers. There's
Really?
all sorts of good scrap down here.
Really? Okay. I'm going to. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Is it my turn? Yes, it is. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Okay. And let's see here. Again, I gotta mimic that garbage can delete comes up pretty close.
Yeah, Mike, I think we need to make kind of like
there we go.
a kind of like a confirmation. or something. We've talked about that
yeah,
before.
I'm thinking undo might be be too.
Yeah, it's true.
Confirmation can get annoying, but
Yeah.
make it smaller, just less clickable.
Yep.
I don't know.
You gotta do like a CAPTCHA. You gotta type in. You gotta
Yeah.
you gotta click which of these is a car, and you have to
Mother's
click
made
on
a
some.
name.
All right, Mike, you're up.
Oh, it's me. Gotcha. Alrighty.
All right. Oh wow, look at that. Oh no, don't look at that.
As long as he keeps his hand on it.
Right. Yeah, that's like Las
That's
Vegas
right.
rules.
It's like chess.
Yeah. All right. So a 2. Okay. Well, I feel lost as to what I'm even attempting to do here. All right. I'm going to go face up in the infirmary with a 5. And you're up, Tim.
Yeah. Boy. Huh.
Yeah, that's just I didn't get one of my items. During that big deletion fest, one of my items went away, so I'm
No worries.
Oh, gotcha.
getting it back here.
Okay, I have placed my goon in the cell block.
All right. You're up, Mikey.
Yep.
All right, so a 4 in the cell block. Interesting. Tim doesn't have any resources. Also interesting.
Well, I don't yet.
Don't yet, yeah, and he's first player, so he's going to get 3 here at least.
All right, I'm good.
Just the 1, huh? You're really trying to call Tim's bluff there, aren't you?
Or something.
Yeah. Yeah, or something.
Just randomly placing tiles, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you go on tilt a little bit, it feels like, and it's like, oh, geez, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Yeah, Tim was talking about chewing gum while he plays. Like, I can't talk and play at the same time. I have to think a little bit, so I have to actually try and think and then discuss. It can be tricky.
All right, I'm going to place just 1 here in the chow hall. Face down.
Well, and I have 1 left, so...
Interesting.
And I will... There it is.
Ooh, a 5. All right. With the suspicion in there, but Tim's the least suspicious. He can.
I may be just trying to cause a.
Right. Yeah, to cause Mike to lose some points here. Yeah.
So in the infirmary, if there's 2 people, it's just first and last, right? No problem.
Correct.
That only applies if there's 3.
Yep.
Okay. So this is interesting. I'm not the only one left. Okay.
Yeah, I got 1.
Mike still got 1.
You got 3. Goodness, how'd that even happen?
I've just been playing 1 at a time. I've been slow playing. All right, I'm going into the...
Scan yourself an extra couple.
Yeah, I scanned myself an extra few. I'm going to play into the exercise yard with
Oh, that'll
6.
be interesting.
You're up, Mike. I assume that's got to go face up. All right. And then I'm actually going to play a card here
Yes.
that lets me go back and place a crew token wherever I already have a crew.
Goodness.
Yep.
So then I'm going to place it down here.
Womp womp.
And I'm going to try to steal that one. Okay.
Well played. Well played. I'm out. I think we're all out.
Yeah, we're all out. So what do we got in the exercise
Yeah.
yard?
Okay, so there we go.
So Tim's got 5. I've got 6.
No.
Mike, what do you got?
5.
5. Wow. So we had a
I
real
got kicked
battle in
out.
there. All right. So you got kicked out. I get first player token,
Yes, you do.
and we both get power cubes.
Yep.
So it's probably best, Tim, is just to click one of your power cubes and then do a copy,
Okay.
because we're actually out of power cubes. Let me know if you have issues with that.
I don't think so. Copy.
There you
and it is.
All right. So then we'll grab our guys out of there.
You just keep copying right away.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, that is one of the funny things about having a virtual board game system is like you can cheat kind of in a lot of different ways. So you better trust the person you're playing with, I suppose.
Hey, nobody. You don't want to win when you cheat, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, you forever got an asterisk.
Right.
And it's on video, so you gotta be careful.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay, so now we move on to the sewers. I have 3 and a lookout. Tim, what do you got?
Oh, you already saw the lookout, and I don't know what I think I just flipped that one.
You rotated them.
I rotated them. Oh,
Yeah.
see? So my problem is that a lot of these
The buttons are too close.
are too close for me.
All right. So you had a fist in there.
Yeah, let me just get it back. Is that right? I can't see him now because
There he is. Yep.
Okay. Yep, I've got a fist, so that would be 4.
Ugh. And the lookout.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you won.
Well, yeah. So that one, who's got something face down?
Oh, yeah. It was just a lookout and a 3.
Okay.
So you won down in the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations.
So I'm gonna take my 3 green and go home.
And then you get 2 suspicion for down there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was a calculated move on your part, right? Like you can live with the suspicion.
Well, actually,
Oh no, you had the lookout.
no,
Oh, that's
I have
right.
my lookout. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Never mind.
Yeah. Wow.
So that place is going to get extremely suspicious next
Yep.
round. And then I get 2 greens for my second place performance in the sewers. How many games of this would you estimate you have played so far, Tim?
Oh, so actually, this one not as many, because again, while all this was going on, I came on board after this Kickstarter had fulfilled. So we didn't do a lot of demoing of it when I started with Thunderworks. So I was mostly working with role players. So this one I didn't get to the table that much. So now I'm having to play it a bit more. So I probably played it, I don't know, maybe 8 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I probably played role player in its different iterations. Yeah, lots.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
more than any other.
Oh, right.
I mean, that's the kind of the I guess one of the special parts about working for a publisher, because you're obviously going to be playing a lot of your own games if you're doing demos or talking about them and showing them to people. So besides this, if I'm not playing role player or the other Thunderworks games, right now I've been playing a lot of the Fantasy Flight games. So Lord of the Rings, Journeys to Middle Earth, we've been playing a campaign of that. Play a lot of Clank, a lot of Terraforming Mars,
Yep.
Mansions of Madness, 2nd edition. Cry Havoc is a game that I love. I don't think Cry Havoc gets enough love. That's a Portal game that was out, I don't know, like 2 or 3 years ago. kind of got passed over because people didn't like the real asymmetrical player powers, the different player powers. But now that Root came out and everybody's all excited about Root, and Root is essentially the same thing, whereas people complained about it when Cry Havoc was out. It's like all these different players, it takes too long to learn them. You have to play each one of them a couple of times before you know what they can do. Well, now everybody loves Root, and it's the same thing. So
yeah, it's funny how that works, right?
But I recommend Cry Havoc. I think it has a very unique battle mechanism where you get to choose between different actions, either offensive or defensive, and then can move them if you have cards that let you do that. So you can throw everything into a offensive and then switch it up after the other players have put down and go into defensive. It's kind of fun. So.
Cool. You have to check that out. I've never played it before.
All right, where are we at?
I win in the infirmary.
Yes, you do.
A 5 versus just a lookout. So I get 3 and Mike gets 1. So that's actually nice. Mike gets to essentially steal his 1 by just spending his lookout.
Why would you do such a thing?
It's a nice thing for Mike. And now I'm full on resources. Mike wins in the smithy, so he gets 2. Nobody else even
2 cartons of cigarettes.
Competed in the smithy with Mike. And then Tim wins in the commissary and gets 2. That's where you picked up your 2 suspicion there, Tim.
Yes, that is where I picked up my 2 suspicion.
And then you'll get 1 of any color. So I'm guessing a gold?
Well, maybe. In fact, actually, I'm going to take a. Yeah. I think I'm going to take a blue.
Looking to buy, huh?
Wow.
All right, so that will take you out of the commissary.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a 4 in the chow hall, and Mike is a 4, so I win.
Yep.
And Michael, you're not getting that. You're not getting that dwarf, Mikey. You're not getting that dwarf.
That's okay. That's what you thought I wanted.
Oh, here, Tim. These are your.
Oh yeah, I can grab those. Yeah.
They're your suspicions.
Thank
and
you.
Then, all right. So I'm going to. I guess I'm going to spend. I don't have anybody in the cell block this turn. What was I doing? Okay. I'm going to spend 1 blue. Oh, forget it. I'm spending 4. I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend 2 blues and 2 greens. And I'm going to pick up 2 goons. So I'm going to get the dwarf.
What?
And I'm going to get the flayer.
Yeah, that was a brutal defensive move, James.
I'm sorry, man. You were getting a little dwarf army going on there. And
well, the worst part is that the guys that are left are pretty not useful for me.
Well, you know.
Okay. I see how it is, though.
All right.
That was rough.
So now we're left in the cell block.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to slide down. I'll slide down. I'm not going to buy anybody.
All right, so you're not doing anything. I get a rune. I get a tome card. Sorry, you guys can kind of deal with the cell block thinking over there. By picking up this dwarf, I get to transfer 1 of my suspicion.
Yep.
So I'm going to transfer that to Tim.
What?
And I get 1 tome card. So you know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get those tome cards. And you guys are both sitting on tome cards, too.
Yep. All right, I think I get to craft first, if I'm not mistaken. Correct? You have
Yep.
You have 3, or you have 2, and I have 4.
All right. So what are you looking for, Tim?
What's that?
What are you looking to buy?
Oh, that was you. Sorry. I admit I have a slight color. I'm not color blind, but I have a hard time with shades, and for whatever reason, the red and sort of orange or whatever that color is are
Yeah, I'm having the same issue.
very
Yeah.
similar.
So,
From
tighten that up.
okay, so I want to buy. I'm going to get the. What was I going to get? Yeah, I'm going to get the rigged dice.
The rigged dice.
Yes, so I'll take the rigged. Oh yeah, you have to do that. So
All
I'm
right,
gonna.
so that's going to give you 6 points.
Yep, and it cost me 2 green and a 2 scrap, and a potion. Just throw it in the pile down there.
Yeah, that big old pile that we're working with. Okay, and then I'm just going to scan this rigged dice. So this rigged dice lets you switch one item for another, one resource for another resource.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I'm going to take the scrap, and I'm going to switch it for gold.
Of course.
Ooh.
Turn scrap into gold.
Yeah.
It's like a recycling center.
Right. Yes.
I turned in my aluminum cans.
All right. So that's the end of the turn. No, Mike, you got to get tone. Or no, you're buying.
I-
Sorry.
No, I got to buy a guy quick. I'm gonna take this double gray dude.
The Stars of Throwing.
Stars of Throwing.
All right.
And then I get to transfer one suspicion, right?
Yes.
Give
I'm
it to
sorry,
Tim.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, don't be sorry, man. That's how it goes.
This is a prison.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. So there's I'm
Sorry,
zooming
prison?
in on the Stars of Throwing here. Just
Yeah,
take
those
a look
are
at that
great.
art. Looks great.
Uh-huh.
All right. So Mike, you get 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
So you're up to 37, right on Tim's heels. And Tim has the most suspicion now, which is interesting. And Mike, you are the only one down in the library.
Yeah. So scan me a couple
So I'm going to
cards.
scan you a couple of tomes here. So we're getting up there in card count. We're over 100 now. We're in 3 digits.
It's where the fun starts.
Yeah, it's always interesting to when we play a game, see how many components you end up actually using. In this game, you end up using a lot of them. Okay, so I'll get everything set up, and we'll move on to the next round.
Cool. Round 4.
Of course, 2 more dwarves show up just to help Mike
Oh,
out.
that's terrible.
Who shuffled these cards, man?
It'd be amazing if I rigged the cards from quite this distance.
You actually logged into the system and rigged the cards
That's
somehow?
Wisconsin to New York.
Right. Oh, man. We are able to survive another turn without the raid happening.
Ooh.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh,
Well,
good.
no, that we would have gotten Tim.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
thanks.
That's why I transferred it.
Yeah.
Usually we just gang up on James when we play this game. So
All right. So I'm first player. So I'm going
you want to
to.
move the crown too, real quick?
Oh, yep. Sorry. I'm first player, and I'm going to. Oh, did you delete your one card, Mike? By the way.
I did. Yeah.
All right. Cool. I'm going to start with a face-up 3 in the yard. Come and get it.
Boy.
Just so you know, this guy's face-up, Tim.
Oh, thank you.
Don't say I never did anything for you.
I have some very tough choices here. Very tough choices. Most of which I'm not happy with.
It does seem like that kind of game, where you got to kind of be
Oh yeah.
changing your strategy almost constantly.
Yeah, it's really the same for role player too. You have to there are so many choices, and those choices may change. You have to stay nimble. I'm going to leave both those face down.
Interesting. Very interesting. Tim, I actually am. Do you have 2 gem items?
Oh, let's see.
Oh, did you get the thing?
Oh, I do.
King of Shiny?
No, I don't. You do.
Yeah, I do. All right, so I get the King of Shiny for the moment.
Yeah.
All right, so that gives me 8 points. I'll take it because I'm in dead last. Sweet.
Oh, I just went, by the way. So.
All right, so you're played, and then I'm going to. I'm going to go into the commissary.
Um. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to go in the commissary too, and I'm going to leave that face down. I actually have this card here, which allows me to play another face down crew person. So I'm going to leave that one face down.
All right, so you can just go ahead and delete that now and get it out of there.
Now I can actually delete something.
Hey.
Yeah, that was on purpose. That was on purpose.
Legitimately delete it.
Yeah. All right, so you got to be face up, Mike, right? All right.
Right.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, dog.
Get out of here. Get out of here with this. I think you're a tough guy.
Tough guy.
Guy of 1 power, not so tough.
Yeah. So here's a question for you. Never mind. I take it back. It's a fake question for you.
No fake questions, please.
All right, so I'm going to flip up that one. So I have a lookout and a face down. Mike's going nuts in the chow hall so we can get these dwarves.
You're assuming my strategy, but I don't know.
Yeah. Right. I'm not sure if that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay.
All set. All right.
Yeah.
The one thing I fail at in this game is like within even a given round, my strategy changes 3 times. I'm like, okay, well this round I'm gonna do X, and then halfway through the round I'm like, wait, what did I say I was gonna do? And then I do something else.
Well, that I think is actually one of the things that makes this game unique and fun is that you can change your strategy, and sometimes you have to change your strategy based on what other people are doing. You're like, oh, or wherever the suspicion is, because there may be just a ton of suspicion somewhere, and you don't want to go there.
Right. All right. So you have your fist down here in the cell block, and your fist is worth 4. Okay. So what did you just put in there, Mike? You just put 5 in there.
Yeah, Mike's rocking it out in the commissary.
Yeah, Mike is making a big power play this turn.
I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what he's doing either.
He's just trying to throw you off the scent.
He's just trying to get a 4th. He's trying to get a 4th thing to buy 2. It's just a weird way to do it. because he could have taken he could have done it over in the smithy if he wanted
Well,
to.
we'll see what he does.
It's hard enough to figure out like your own strategy, let alone everyone else.
I know. Yeah, I know. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna do a 5 in the smithy.
Oh boy. Hello.
Hey, get out of here. This is my sewer. This is my disgusting pile of muck. Oh, just to look at. All right, you're just trying to steal a couple. All right. All right, Mike. So do you feel like you've acclimated to the system a little bit here, Tim?
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, it usually takes like a game, and then people are used to kind of dragging stuff around, and then it gets more fluid. All right, you're done, Mike?
Yeah, all set.
All right.
And I mean, I should admit that I have just a rather serviceable laptop, so this would look much better on a much bigger HD screen. So
yeah, just kind of screen real estate's always tricky.
Yeah.
Especially when a game's got a lot of stuff going on like this one.
All right, I think it's just me left.
Yeah, you're the last one.
All right. So with that in mind, let's just make sure that I did what I wanted.
Mike's gonna get those dwarves. Damn it. All right.
And then I'll have to go face up. Okay.
All right, let's do it. I win down in Mucktown because I have a I don't remember what I had under there. I think I had a 4 under there. So Tim gets 2, I get 3. If Tim wants them, you want them?
Hey, what
I
are
do.
you doing, James? Don't you have to do the exercise yard first?
Oh, sorry. I always forget. I think that the bottom left is the first one. That's my bad. All right, so
Right in the center.
Center, Mike wins.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike gets the horn. Congratulations, Mike.
That's why he didn't let you forget it. He wanted to get that first player
Yeah,
exactly.
right
That's
away.
my first power.
And then we both get power tokens.
Right.
Wow, so I'm up to 5. My boy is strong. All right, so now I get 3. Tim, you get 2 out of the sewers there.
I think if I take 1 and copy it, that'll.
Yeah, you should be able to copy it up there once you get it up to your board. All right, so I got 3 cubes, and then there's your guy back.
Oh, thanks.
And then in the next one, Tim is the sole infirmary man.
I am sick and alone.
The stream just got real deep and dark.
So
All right.
I'll get 3 bleu, and I don't have enough space, so I'm simply going to take 2.
There you go. I threw one up there for you.
Oh, great, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Multiple mice going at the same time.
Sure.
All right, so I get 2 in the smithy. We've been avoiding the suspicion down in that bottom left corner very well.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's got caught by it. So I have to throw away 1. So I am going to throw away a green and take a iron. All right. And now we are in the commissary, and Mike, you have 5. I have 5. So you're the winner unless Tim pulls over something bigger than 5, which I don't think he's going to.
I do not, and that's face down, isn't it? So.
Well, 4. All right. So Mike, you go first.
Okay, we'll take a gold.
All right. I'll move your dudes down here for you. And then I'm up. with a 5. And I'm going to... convert 1 for 1, and I'm going to convert this green. I'm going to convert this green. Actually, I'm just going to blow it away to a gold. And then, Tim, what are you going to do?
I'm going to go on down to Library Town.
Yeah, read some books.
Yep.
Expand your mind.
Right.
Tome Town.
All right,
Yep.
Mike, what are you going to do over in the Chow Hall? So let's see what Mike committed to in the Chow Hall.
So you would think I was going double dwarf, but I'm only going to go...
Well, you got to show us what you got in there first. Come on.
Oh, you can't see those.
I don't know if I trust you. All right, so a 5, yeah. Okay, so you win big, and then Tim gets to go second.
Uh-huh.
But Tim's going to eat that suspicion, I believe, because Mike has a lookout.
Yeah.
Unless Tim wants to float on down to the library.
No, I'm going to take the suspicion. It's just going to be what it is.
All right.
I guess I can get it there.
You want to single dwarf me? I'll take this green one.
The green one. You got to put your arrow back on.
Oh, sorry.
You keep trying to keep all the secrets going here, Mike.
Okay, so you're taking that. I'm going to take the hobgoblin.
All right.
Nice.
Okay. So you just wanted one, Mike. You only spent the one
That's right.
resource, huh? Okay. I misjudged you, and I apologize for that.
No, that's okay. No problem there. Ooh, number 100. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been bouncing up and down off the 100. So, all right, there's your hobgoblin, Tim.
Thank you.
All right, and then we're in the cell block, and I have a 2, Tim has a 4, and Mike has a 2.
2.
So it's going to go Tim, Mike, me.
Yep. I'm going to take the animated decoy. And so that will cost me 2 potions and a scrap. And I will be able to get rid of 1 suspicion.
Oh, yeah, you can just delete,
nice.
delete a
And
suspicion.
I think I get some points out of that too.
Yeah. What's the point total on that guy? 8.
8. Not a lot, but a few. I still have the most suspicion, which isn't putting me in a happy place. But
Yeah, because next turn we're probably going to have a raid, I assume.
For real.
All right, Mike, what are you buying?
I would like this Emerald Eye.
Ah, come on, dude. This jail is not a joke. All right.
There's a quote for the ages. This
jail
is no joke.
This jail is not messing around, everybody.
This is not one of those with the tennis courts.
Yeah, the real easy jail.
It's like the discussion from Office Space where they're talking about federal prison versus like the resort.
Right. All right, so and then I am going to buy
block prison.
I guess I'm going to buy this spell slinger. Just because I feel like I want to buy something. So I will buy the spell slinger.
James, can you also give me 5 points for that when you get a chance?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I keep trying to steal your points, Mike.
That's
I
cool.
apologize. And then I'm going to pick up 10 points for the spell slinger. And then I also get a power bonus for the spell slinger, which is a nice bonus.
Power bonus. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it gives me an extra strength, actually.
Oh, dang.
Oh, I just realized. Okay, I am green by token, but red by player.
Oh yeah, we probably should have lined
worries.
that up.
It's
Yeah.
all right. It's all good.
Okay. All right. So I think we're all good.
Yeah, let's move and reset.
We're going up. Going up, everybody.
Oh, thanks.
No problem.
And I will hide those.
Okay.
It's one of those games where you have to have like all sorts of different actions happen at the same time to keep it moving.
Yeah, like everybody's kind of always moving stuff around,
Mhm.
essentially. Okay, so we got new items, we got new goons, and Mike is player 1. So go at it, Mike.
So did we add suspicion?
I did not. Yeah, and thank you for that, Tim, because you're going to be the one who loses out here.
I am, unfortunately.
All right,
And
so we're trying to put one right here, and we caused a raid.
yes.
I think you picked this up by accident, Tim.
What's that?
All right, I'll grab it for you. There we go.
Oh,
You had picked it up by accident,
Oh, okay.
so we couldn't see it. Okay, so we have a raid. This is our first raid. And what happens is whoever has the most suspicion loses, what is it, 7? I don't remember what the point total
it's
is.
6.
6. All
Should be
right.
6.
So Tim goes down to 44.
Double check. Yes, I do.
And then all of the suspicion goes back into the pile. And then the one thing that I didn't know the answer to when I played this locally, Tim, was all suspicion include. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I lose. So the player with the most suspicion loses 8.
Oh, okay.
The player with the second most loses 4.
Which is
that's right.
Mike, so he loses 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're all coming back to old bugbears. All right, so all the suspicion goes back into the pot, right?
Yes,
and then,
everything.
And then do we just start over from everywhere, like from the turn? That's where I didn't know which suspicion came back out again.
Yeah. So just give me a second here to double check.
That was the one thing I was unclear on. Because I think it says like apply suspicion as normal.
Yeah. So you'll remove all of them included from each location, and then they'll start out again at whatever the number is.
Okay. Okay. All right. So then we're gonna have a suspicion down here with the rat man, one with the dwarf. One with this dwarf, and that's it.
And then just, I think I said it earlier, but just as a reminder, as we get into the last round, so it's possible that we will not take all of the suspicion, but at the end, at the 6th round, there will be a raid, so automatically. So whatever suspicion is, whoever has the most is going to lose, second is going to lose.
That's pretty important.
Yep, it's pretty important.
Yeah, to remember that exactly. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mike.
Oh boy, now
this game has tightened up a little bit now.
Yep, that's how we like it. We don't want it. We don't want to run away.
Yeah. Heading down to the sewers.
Heading down to Sewer Town.
It is kind of funny because the game starts so simple, as far as like the cards and pieces that you have.
Yeah.
And now, like, looking at what the board looks like right now, it's just sort of like we have a billion things all going on at once.
Yeah, but I mean, remarkably though, as busy as this is, it's actually working out pretty well with the platform. So I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks definitely playable.
All right, good. That's what we like to hear.
Excellent.
All right, Mike. So you're good. I'm up. Oh yeah. Again, I was
you're next.
Stuck looking into the distance here. I'm not actually sure what to do in these last couple turns. I'm going to do this and just put a 2 down there in the sewers, the filthy sewers. What'd you put down there, Mike? Your muscle? Yeah, all right.
We still got people hanging on watching with us.
Yeah, there are some.
Hey
Folks.
Shout out to all you people hanging on to the very bitter end.
Yeah. That is one thing that's kind of rare in the I think a lot of people show up and then they sort of see how the games play, but I think it's pretty rare that they hang out to the very end. So folks who are still hanging out,
Yes.
you
That is
guys
cool. Kudos.
rock.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, you're up. Or no,
Mike's move.
look at that. Tim's trying to take over the exercise
The
yard.
old Mike move.
Did you move, Mike?
Oh, no, I didn't go yet. You can finish your turn if you're still putting something out there.
I lost track of who's where.
Oh no, it was your turn. It's just
Okay.
we thought you were putting a second one out there.
Yeah, I am going to put a second one out
Perfect.
there.
Oh.
And I think, yeah, those are.
Double blind.
Let's see here.
So my muscle is a 6 now.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna leave that hidden for you
Mm.
to guess what there might be down there. For right now, I mean, you'll be able to figure it out eventually, but it might be. We'll see what you do.
Oh goodness, that was tricky.
All right. So you're doubling up there. All right.
Yep, doubling down. Let's switch one out though.
Double down.
All right, I'm done.
Okay. I'm going to keep a secret there in the cell block. You're up, Tim. Chasing me around the board.
And that'll go face up in a second. There it is.
4.
By the way, I don't think I got my my tome from last time, but
All right.
Here you go. You need 2, right?
yeah,
You were the only one down in the library. I
It could have
think?
meant
I
something.
was.
Yeah, you might have been able to use that.
Well, that's all right. We'll figure it out. We'll make it happen.
All right, so there are your 2. You can just pick them up so we don't see them, and then just delete whichever one you don't want. All right, so Mike, I think you're up. Tim just followed me to the cell block there.
So I'm gonna play a tome card here.
Oh.
Let's see. So can you see this? During the roll call phase, skip your turn without passing.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'll just delete that, right?
Yeah, so then you you can delete it. So you don't have to play any guys, but you don't have to stop.
That's right.
All right, that's cool. I've never seen that card. All right, so I'm up, and
Oh yeah, that's a good card.
I'm going to This is very interesting where we are right now. Sometimes it feels like you end up with a lot of characters and you haven't bid enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I just have a bunch of pieces and I'm like, well, I don't have that many places I still want to bid on. So, all right, I can still put one face down. So I'm going to go face down in the Chow Hall. I think, what do you guys have for timeline on this, or time of play, Tim? I think it's like an hour to
90 minutes.
90 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
I mean, it certainly takes a little bit longer with the, just a teaching play and also.
Yeah, playing it online adds time. Yeah, it really
But
does.
but I think it's going pretty well. It would be faster if I didn't delete stuff.
Yeah, and also just our education stops for people to tell them what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Mike, you now finally have to play.
Oh goodness. What's funny about the time too is the other day when I was playing with Tim and my wife was waiting for me. I told her it was a 45-minute game.
Oh.
So she's sitting there goes, "Oh, what's going on here? What are you guys doing?" That was pretty funny. She didn't mind though. They had so much fun at Noble Night. It was great.
Oh yeah, I think kids love wandering around in board game stores.
Okay, but I have to actually play instead of talk. Okay.
Are you taking my?
No,
people?
I was just looking. I was looking, Tim, to see. I didn't know if there was a suspicion in there, and there is.
Yeah, there. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't cover it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was wondering why did he put his lookout in there, and that's why.
I'm down, James.
All right, you're good. All right, I'm going to. Man. Oh, I gotta just look at this tome card, see if I can. All right. All right, I'm going to. Just doing a look out there.
Yeah, I might as well get a freebie, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm kind of at, just sort of deciding what free stuff I might want to jump on.
Okay, let's see here.
And also just kind of slow down to force you guys to play too. If you play all
that's
that,
why
yeah.
I like that skip card.
Yeah, it's nice to be last, you know.
It can be, absolutely. It certainly can be.
Oh, Mike, you have an extra resource slot now, right? Didn't you?
I have 2 extra ones, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, tough guy over here.
My army of dwarves.
Yeah, you're carrying stuff, man. You love carrying stuff.
Poor boy. All right. Let's think this through.
I'm watching that pointer, Mike, that you're looking
You
at.
see this? I was admiring the artwork on this. So it's like Dreamcatcher.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
it's
isn't
like
that
it's like a
Awesome.
bear trap, but it's like a skull though.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, so Tim, you played up in the commissary with a 3. All right, Mike, you're up.
Just real quick, this one, Tim is in the.
Oh, this 4,
cell
yeah.
block?
Yep, it's in the cell block. Yeah,
Okay,
I pulled it out just so that it
Doesn't overlap.
yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Mm.
Ooh, come on, man.
Sorry, dog.
Well, that beats me, I'm afraid.
Oh, you were really bluffing.
Oh, really?
No,
That's pretty low to cards.
That would be pretty awesome if you had been.
That would be amazing, yeah.
All right, so I'm going in the commissary for 4. Oh, sorry, I got to face up that. There you go.
We're done. I think you have the last one, James.
Oh no, Mike's got one.
I
too.
do.
Oh no,
Yeah.
sorry, Mike was hanging out over on the edge.
Mike was trying to sneak,
Yes, sir.
trying to get something free here at the end.
I'm zoomed in too close. So.
I love getting the free stuff. All right, so what are you working there? 5. Oh,
Ah.
you jerk.
Top rope.
Yeah.
He wants some dwarfs, of course.
Yeah. So now I get my pickings here on if I want a gray or a blue, right? For free. I'm going to take a gray.
Oh, look at that.
All right. So let's start in the yard.
In the yard. You want to see what I got in there?
Yeah, let's see. This is a big secret.
Let's see. Oh, sorry. It's hard to do
4 and.
There it is.
Ooh, yeah, big. Just grabbing that first player.
Uh-huh.
All right, so Tim's got the first player back.
Yep.
And Mike gets a power token.
Yep.
And I don't get anything because I'm pathetic.
Well, you do go down to the.
Oh, that's right. I do get to go down. I do
Library.
get to go down to the library. That's fair. All right. So Mike, you get your power token.
I did, yeah.
And Tim, you get yours.
I'm going to copy one in there. Yep.
All right. Okay. So let's see. Now we're in the sewers, and Mike gets 3.
Yep.
And eats a suspicion.
Don't eat it.
Oh, it was in there. Okay, I didn't see that. That's cool.
Yeah. And then I get 2. So I'll take 2 of the scrap. Definitely not crap. It's scrap with the S.
Let's keep that straight.
Yeah. Okay, so I get the 2, and then now we're on to the infirmary, and the only person in the infirmary is Mike.
So I can slide if I want, right, and avoid the suspicion.
Yeah, you could just say you don't want any of it. Sure.
I don't have any room anyway, so see you later.
Okay. And then I assume you have to show us there. I don't know what the rule is.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It won't matter because at this point, you're
just gonna get the total cards.
Whoever's the highest will be the highest. So.
All right, so you get 2 gray and avoid the suspicion, right? Is that your lookout? Yeah, it is.
It is.
All right, so I'm gonna take that suspicion.
Take it and weep.
I'm not gonna take the suspicion. I'm gonna go to the tome area.
Okay. Or not.
Because I can't use it. Because I'm about to get another item. Yeah, so I'm going to head to the tome, to the library. All right, so now we are in the commissary where I am the leader.
Oh, for crying out loud, what happened there? Okay.
And in the commissary, I am going to take... I'm going to take another gold. I just feel like you always got to take...
gold.
You always got to take a gold when you're in the commissary. And then, Tim, you get to do your swappo if you want.
Yeah, I'm not going to do a swappo. I'm going to go down to the library.
Man, there's a lot of
we have a
going
mess
on.
in the library right now. And then Mike wins in the chow hall.
So what'd you have?
It was 5 versus 5.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Yeah, and you won with a... Oh, and you're so closest to Tim.
Oh boy.
All
Okay,
right.
well, I'm gonna play.
And you get to use your whole
greens and a blue. Oh no, just 4 green. 3 greens and 1 blue.
3 greens and 1 blue. All right, what would you like?
Double dwarfs.
Double dwarf, which gets you a
double
gold.
Dwarf.
It gets you a gold and a gray. So that's actually kind of nice. I mean, you got a lot of your money. You got a lot of your money back. Alright, so there's dwarf number 1 and dwarf number 2. So you are maxing out those dwarf points. That's very impressive.
There's a lot of those bad boys.
Alright, and then I get to go, and I get to choose either to spend 1 or I could spend 5, and I'm just going to spend 1. And I'm going to spend 1 scrap. And I'm going to choose... I'm going to choose a vile rat man, because that's all I can choose. Unfortunately, because they're -3, unless you get a gang of them. Okay, so I got a rat man. And now let's go into the cell block. And what do we have in the cell block? I have a fist, which is equal to a 6.
And I just have my 4.
Okay. And Mike has just a lookout. So I get to go first. And I'm going to buy this Vertablade.
Yes, of course you are.
Yeah, with the vertebrae on the handle. So that's a gold, a iron, and a scrap. So I will take that. And now, Tim, what would you like to do or buy?
Well, I would love to buy something. Unfortunately, I you took what I needed, and I do not have enough for the other thing that I wanted. So sadly, I will get nothing. So I'm gonna go down. I mean, it won't matter at this point, but I'll just drag it down.
All right. Can you grab that one?
I can't
Or
seem to grab
is
it
he
for whatever
resisting?
reason.
Is he resisting your pickup? I think you and I both grabbed it at the same time earlier, and that
Yeah, that's happened a couple times. I think I gotta take a look at why it's
left
doing
it
that.
into a limbo. So at some point we gotta just, Mike, if you want to like refresh or something, and then you can grab it.
Yeah, when you're resetting the turning, I'll refresh. And
Okay. And then Mike, what would you like to buy?
I'll take the Ankh Shank.
The Ankh Shank.
I would have loved that, but unfortunately, I missed out. I should have exchanged for blue for a potion, but I didn't.
What was it, a gray, a blue, and a green?
A gray,
Yes.
a blue, and a gold.
A gold, yeah.
Gold, yeah. But I didn't have the potion. Fatal mistake.
All right, so
And I get to transform one. I'll transfer a green back into a gold.
And then I pick up 13 points. So
I got 14.
get to 48, 51, and Mike goes to 52. All right.
Well done.
All right, so that's everything there, and now we're in the library. And Tim has 3, I have 3, Mike has 6.
Actually, I have the blue one, but I can't. I didn't.
Oh, so you have 7.
Yeah, I couldn't bring it down.
All right, so I'm going to send you 2 cards, Tim.
Thank you.
All right, so those are your 2. And then who goes second? Mike, you go second, right?
Yeah.
All right, so this is yours. And then this one's mine.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh quick, and then I'll delete that one.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so I think I'm 116. I'll get that out of your way, Tim.
Oh, and I lost track of which ones are mine.
Oh, you're good. You got yours.
Okay.
Okay, interesting. Now, can these interrupt any move? Like, can they just happen like literally at any time?
Yep.
All right.
Unless it says something different.
Okay, cool. Welcome back, Mike.
Good to be back, Mr. James and Mr. Tim.
Yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised. I have not had to reboot or refresh.
You're like the only one. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have deleted some of my things, but I have at least not had to go out and come back.
Yeah, go out and come back in. Yeah, we have quite a Herculean pile of stuff over here now. This is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's interesting when everybody plays remotely. So yeah, what was that? That was your 4?
That was a 4.
All right. Okay.
And only Mike has suspicion, huh?
Uh-oh. Last turn, right?
Last turn.
Now, do I have all of my?
He's scanning you one more tile.
Yeah, you're 4.
There you go.
That was the one that got stuck that Mike just deleted.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
There you go. Okay, so we are on to the last round where things get super spicy.
Super spicy.
Goon.
I gotta get that up in my hand, don't I?
Goon. Oh God, there's more dwarves, Tim.
Uh-oh.
Can I get any more? Is it like, let's see, how many can you get? 1, 2, 3.
You can get 7.
7.
Yeah. So.
I mean, and that's like an automatic win. I feel.
I think it's okay to now just share this particular strategy. So Mike has discovered that goons are pretty powerful if you can collect enough of them. Now, some of it's just by luck of the draw, but it does happen in some games where those sets come out quite frequently. That's pretty powerful. So at this point, our strategy should be, James, to prevent him from buying.
Yeah.
We do not want him to get dwarves. And at this point, if he does, it probably would be a good idea to try to try to get some suspicion on him.
Yeah, just to pull him back to us a little bit.
James, can you move the crown too?
Yep.
Last round.
Last round. Okay, so Tim's first player.
I am. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is when you just sort of like sell out on stuff, right? Like you have your moves that you need to make.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like so Mike is the only one with suspicion, huh? Faking you guys out. Oh no, it's Mike's turn. I was about to be playing. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh man, this is so tricky at the end here.
Yep.
Yeah, it's stressful in this last turn.
Okay, I got a strategy, I think.
You have a strategy?
No, I don't know. I'm just kind of randomly placing stuff, hoping there's dwarves wherever I put things.
Yeah, seriously.
That's pretty effective thus far. Okay.
Whew, man. Ugly.
Oh, sorry, you moved, Mike?
I'm moving. I'm putting one more tile.
Okay. All right. You good? Oh my gosh. Not messing around. You got to go for an item here, huh?
Going for it.
Okay, let's see what money he has. Okay, you done?
I'm done.
All right, so I'm going to do 1. And I'm going to do 2. And I'm going to do 3.
Wow.
I wonder what you're trying for.
It's not obvious, is it? Maybe it's a bluff, Mike. Just a measly 2 out there, huh? Almost like Tim was just trying to delay when he actually plays his real pieces.
I actually made a mistake when I placed my tiles. I put all of them face down, right?
Oh, yeah, one of them has to be face up. Yep.
There we go.
Okay. All right, you're up again. Okay. All right, I'm going to do...
Chow Hall.
4 up in the Chow Hall.
Okay, I'm going to play
Tome card coming, huh?
Tome card. Let's see. I got to make sure I get the right one. I'm just going to pull it up there to make sure I don't grab the other one by mistake. Okay, so this one allows me to secretly look at one face down token.
Okay. So I'm going to blow that one away. And then which one would you like?
So how do I secretly...
So here's how we're going to do it. You tell us which one.
You close your eyes.
And then the other player will close their eyes and we'll flip it over. So which one would you like to look at?
I would like to look at that middle one in the infirmary.
This one?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm not looking.
Mike, close your eyes.
I'm looking away.
Okay,
this is the game mechanic of Vorpal board.
All right. Hey, it worked. All
Okay,
right, Mike. You can come back, Mike.
Okay.
You can come on back.
Come on back to the digital
right.
space. So I want to see what you found out about me there. Oh, okay. Just playing the one, or are you going to throw some more out there?
I'm going to leave that.
All right, Mike, you're up. Mike's looking hungry for them dwarves. With a 4, huh?
Oh, there's 2 of this green one on here, right?
Yeah, Mike's got 2, or Tim's got 2 here.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go whole hog then.
Oh man! All right. 3 and a 4. So you got your 5 and your muscle here, huh? You're really not messing around in
No.
in the mess here. What's your muscle at? 3? So that's 8.
Is where those tome cards can really come in handy.
Yeah, like if you can do any sort of little tricks here at the end.
Oh, sorry. Is that me up?
No, it's me. It's me.
Okay, I thought so.
So, all right, I'm going to go nutso in here as well.
Ooh, man.
And I am going to... Mike, you're out of... You haven't played any... You have nothing left, right?
I'm out, yeah.
All right, good. All right, I'm going to play this, which is... Return one of your opponent's power cubes.
Oh, wow.
So, get out of here with that power cube. So now he's a 2. Oh no.
Oh!
That's too many.
I tried to steal your entire board. All right, so now you're
It's a
a
powerful
2.
card. OP.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
That's brutal.
And then I'll flip these over because I have to, right?
Well played, sir.
Yep, thank you.
well played. I'm gonna go in here.
Just hanging out in the commissary for free.
All right.
That's nice. Really exploring all the space of the prison now that you're by yourself here, Tim. Yeah, nobody else can play, Tim, so you get to go again.
Oh, jeez.
Me and Mike really
sold out.
We threw the hand grenades in. Oh, you're getting into the mess. Just be the last guy to buy an item.
Oh, sorry. Did I have to? Do I have too many face down? I'm sorry.
You do. You have 2. Yes, this one's got to be face up also.
Yep.
That matters so much.
Yeah.
Not really. I know,
Yeah.
but okay.
All right, this is it. This is the final countdown. Tim gets to keep the horn, and he gets a power cube.
Yeah.
So I'll throw a power cube up there for you, Tim.
Thank you, sir.
And so he's out of there. And then Mike's all by himself down in the sewers as usual. So
Yep.
he gets
Smelling.
three dirty scrap.
Scrap.
All right, so Tim, you want to flip over whatever you played against me in the infirmary? I assume you just sort of played garbage to get last place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get 3 and you get 1.
Uh-huh. I will take my 1 and do that. Where is it? There it is. Bam.
Okay, so we're good from in there. And I had my lookout, so I didn't pick up the suspicion that's in there. All right. And now we're on to the smithy. Did nobody play in the smithy?
Nope.
All right.
Nobody.
Because there was dirty suspicion in there. We didn't want that.
Yeah, seriously. All right. Commissary is Tim with a 5.
Yeah. Let me think this through good.
Oh, yeah, because you're full right now. So.
Yeah. But I can exchange if I want.
Right.
Oh, you can. You're allowed to do the second place thing? Oh no, you could.
When you go over, you have to take one
you could
out.
pick one and drop one, so it's
Yeah.
essentially an exchange.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. That's the exchange.
Yep.
What
What a mess we got working here.
Yeah, this last round gets a little bit tricky.
Man.
Yep. I'm gonna take a gold.
Okay.
And I'm going to I'm gonna get rid of a iron.
Cool.
Okay.
All
Nope.
right.
Where'd it go? It went somewhere.
Oh, your gold?
Yeah.
There it is.
You're good.
Oh, there it is. Okay, good.
All right. So then we're into the chow hall where Tim, what do you got under there?
Yes. What do you have under there? I have.
Oh, double hidden. Just kidding.
Nope. I clipped the wrong one, and I gotta just grab it.
All right.
Bam. So it
7 for
man.
Tim, 7 for Mike. Tim's in the lead, and I'm in god awful 3rd place.
should. Someone's got to be in god awful 3rd place.
Somebody's got to be there, yeah.
That's all you needed, though, James. You wanted him to get first. If you couldn't.
Oh yeah, I just wanted you to not get that dwarf.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to get rid of a scrap, and I'm going to take the hobgoblin, please. Hobgoblin.
Leave in the dwarf for Mike.
Well, yeah,
It's fine. Hey.
Sometimes you got to play offense. Sometimes you got to play defense.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, so there's your hobgoblin.
yeah.
He's up there. All right, so
I'm gonna scrap.
that's a nice steal for Tim there. What are you scrapping, Mike?
1 scrap for you know who.
Oh, your sweet dwarf buddy. And that gets you a tome card as well.
Which may or may not do you any good.
Yeah. at this
Yeah,
point.
late game, right? I don't do the tome cards really. Are there any
Well,
things that can?
It
I
might.
can. I have
I
one
can.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it could be like pick up a cube or something. So, all right. So there's your tome card, Mike.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm up now, and I can choose to do what in there. I could choose 2. I could play 2. Ugh. Ugh. I'm not going to. I'm just going to float on down.
To Library Town.
Yeah. Yep. All right. This is the big room here. What do you got under there, Mike? Oh wait. My little move didn't do anything. I forgot about the 2 that you had face up.
No way. Are you serious?
Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Yep. Yeah. I lowered because I have an 8. I have a
It's
six.
so subtle, but
6
too
plus
subtle.
2. It's an 8, and you have a 2 plus 5, which is a 7. You have a 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Close. All right, so I'm gonna buy this Codex machine.
Oh, okay. Fine. I didn't
And-
want that.
And I'm also going, so I get to transfer 1 suspicion to James.
That
You son
was,
of a bitch.
That was a classic move.
What
Classic.
like an unbelievable turnaround in the last turn. Okay.
Yeah, Mike
Yeah,
Mike had a ace in his sleeve.
Unbelievable.
Sorry, man.
It's
Not
fine.
sorry.
It's fine. What a catastrophe. Okay, so it's my turn. How many points did you get for that, Mike? 7.
Yeah.
So you're up to 59, and then I am up, and I'm going to buy this psionic stones for 3 blue and a gold. So I will get these out of here, and then I'm gonna play my card. I have a little card here that lets me just pull one out of the pull a potion out. Take 1 scrap or potion.
All right.
So I'm just gonna grab a potion just for the one victory point it'll give me.
Yeah, it gives you something.
Oh, can I do that too then? Sorry. I didn't know
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
on.
What do you want?
It's not the same thing. I'll show it. Hold on.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, because tome cards. Oh no, but you get a point for the tome card, right? Unplayed.
Yep.
So it's
Oh,
a,
then
wait.
it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, it
Never
doesn't.
mind
It's a wash.
yeah, it's a wash.
I'll leave
All
it.
right, so then I'll take the psionic stones, which gives me 16 points. So I'm at 61, 67. And that does nothing else for me other than give me more shiny. But I'm already the king of shiny, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. All right.
All right, so final scoring.
Oh, well, no, we have a raid, right? And I get screwed.
Yes. So you're going to, for the raid, you're going to lose 8 points. Nobody was in second place because Mike and I had no suspicion. So you'll just take 8 off.
Tied with Mike.
Okay. So first of all, the leader card. Who had the leader card? Did we already score that one?
Yeah, I think, no, leader card was me.
Okay, you already took points for that.
Correct.
When you grabbed it. So
Yep.
normally you do at the
Oh,
end.
you wait
so,
till the end. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
took it. I took it when I picked it up. Yep.
Yeah, it's no problem. End game goal.
All right. So the end game goal is for the number of different goons you have.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mike, you get
Different
1.
types of goons, which is
Yeah,
important.
you get 1 point for your
Yep.
one type of goon.
Yep.
And I have 4 different types of goons.
So you get 3.
So, no, 8.
Oh, I'm sorry, 8. Yep.
Yep. So
Right.
I'm up to
Oh, wow, that was good.
67.
And I get 1 because I just have my little hobgoblins there.
Okay. Yeah, you guys beating me and putting me in 3rd place in the Chow Hall kept me from spending my 1 final cube to get a fifth
Oh, that would've been
goon
cute.
type. Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yep.
Oh well.
Man.
Okay.
And then next would be for your goons.
Okay.
So you would take whatever you got for your goons.
So what do you got, Mike? Let's start with you because you're the goon
1,
master.
2, 3, 4, 5, 18.
18 points. So you're up to 78. All right. And then I have -3 for the Rat Man. It turns into a -2 because I have the 1 dwarf. The demon lets me score 2 for every shiny that I have, which is a lot.
Wow.
It 1, 2. Does this one have 1 on it? I gotta look. That one's scanned in a little bit weird.
There's something above the power.
Yeah,
so-
my psionic stones, which I just pulled in at the very end, has 2 shinies on it. So I have a total of 4 shinies. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is then worth 8 points. So so it's to 6 because I had the -2, and then the flare gives me 2 more. So I have 8 for my goons. So 70. I was at 67, so 75. All right, what do you got, Tim?
12 for my hobgoblins because I get 1 for each power token. So.
Yep. That's really nice. I should have picked one of those up. All right, so 12. So you're at 55. All right.
All right. Then next is resources. So you'll get 1 star for each scrap, potion, or iron, and 2 for each gold that you have left.
Okay, so I get 1. Mike gets, is that 2, Mike?
2.
Okay, and then Tim, you get 2, 4, 6. Okay, 61.
And then tome cards, you get 1 reputation star for each unplayed tome card.
So is that 3 for you, Mike?
Yeah, 3.
And I get
2,
1.
3. 1. Okay.
And then the last is whoever is still holding the first player marker gets 2 reputation stars at the end.
So that's 2 for Tim. And that's it.
That is, as they say.
So we lose to Mike. We lose to Mike in the dwarf army. 1, 2,
This is fun though.
Yeah, I lost by 7. Okay, I think I misplayed
that last turn.
I misplayed that final turn. Yeah, I really did.
That was it.
So those one bad decision can cost you a lot of points. So
yeah,
yours was in the last round. Mine was in not having enough resources to buy items, which cost me a lot of points. 1 you took from me, James, which is only fair, and 1 I miscalculated and didn't have enough, which I often do because I miscalculate what I have. And Mike went heavy on the little
goon squad
and did pretty well with the dwarves. And James, you having the end game scoring with the shiny was worth a lot.
Yeah, and then I should have bailed in and got a cultist. Or actually, if I'd gotten that hobgoblin, that would have won it. If I had sold out for the hobgoblin, because I have 6 6 power tokens, so that would have been 12 points for me for the hobgoblin. So yeah, I misjudged the point totals, but
9 out of 10 times you're gonna win that, James.
Yeah,
one thing goes different.
I blew it.
And when Mike and I played at Noble Knight, the hobgoblins came out like the dwarfs did, and I picked up a lot of those hobgoblins and then just piled on the power cubes.
Yep.
And that was worth a ton of points at the end. So as you can see, there's a lot of different ways that you can win, which is nice. That's what makes the game replayable, is because there's different paths to victory. I think the one advice that I would tell people is don't overestimate these cards with the scoring for like end of game or initial cards. Some of them seem like really good, but they might get you a little bit of points, but where you're really going to stack up the points is with the stuff on the other cards on the board. So.
Yeah, because like one item can be worth 16 points,
right?
Versus an end game goal that takes you a while to build up. But like I think that the ultimate compliment, in my opinion, in terms of like games, is if you finish one and you're like, man, I'm ready to like do it again.
Yeah,
and this I think hits it very well, because you're never 100% satisfied with what your game was. Mm-hmm. So you're always like, oh, I could improve upon that if I did this different thing, slightly different. So every game I've played of this
differently next time too.
Yeah, every game I've played this, I've been ready to just sit down and go again. So what I'm saying is, let's start another one, guys. It's only it's only midnight, right? Let's do it.
Only if the Twitch viewers stay around. So.
Yeah,
well, I had a great time playing with you guys. Thanks, James, for the time that you put in scanning this. And
Oh yeah, no problem.
I would say again that my experience with this platform for playing remotely is positive. I enjoyed it. I think it worked out really well, and I realized that the challenge for you would be let's see if we can do role player.
Yeah,
It's on the list. It's on the list.
I'm motivated to do it now.
Let's figure out if we can make that work. I would really be curious to see the virtual rolling, and but that would certainly be a more advanced application for it. But I enjoyed it, and I'm glad to see that this is developing, and I'm excited to see when you get it back out on Kickstarter, and people get a chance to get involved in this again, because I think this is fun. I mean, really, the biggest complaint that I hear people say is, I don't have enough. My friends are busy, or we moved away, or my gaming group is all over the country, and wouldn't it be great to be able to just like a role-playing game with like Roll20, where you have an online application to be able to play it, to be able to do this. And what's nice about this is you can do it for any game that you physically have. You don't have to rely upon what somebody else has programmed into like the other tabletop computer tabletop platforms.
Yeah, and you didn't have to install anything. It just runs in a browser,
right.
And it runs on pretty terrible hardware, which is another nice thing too. It can run on like an iPad or an Android tablet or whatever. So, yeah, thanks so much for coming on and sharing the game with us.
Thank you.
I love it, and I hope everybody who backed it is loving it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you guys are gonna have a killer show at Gen Con. So
yeah, come to, if anybody's at Gen Con, come pick it up. We'll have it. And if you're not, don't worry. Unlike a lot of things, it'll be in your store and online after Gen Con. So pick it up then and give it a real play. Get it in your grubby hands and play it. It's fun online, but it's even more fun when you can pick up the pieces and see the great little player racks. That's the one thing online we didn't get to enjoy, but the player racks.
Yeah, the player racks are incredible.
Fun.
So I've never seen anything like this, and I love that you guys put it into the game. I think that's very cool.
Well, thanks, guys.
All right, so everybody, I'm out of town next week, so we'll be announcing what we're streaming next week at some point. We'll figure it out. But for those who hung out, thanks for hanging out, and especially a big thanks to Tim. And catch you all later. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys. See ya.